disappointment. Now the vice president often tell me, since he got a seat as vice president, how many persons have I recommended in this government to serve in the government as presidential appointee? Zero. Every appointment in Nimba County was done by him. He and I would discuss something as a brother. To implement it, you will bypass me and do different things. I don't talk on it.
Now you need to deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you. That's why we vote tell you. But you fool us. You screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask.
The good person in our whole United Party, that President Bwaka. You want to say that again? The only person that appreciate good among all the United Party for that President Bwaka. The rest are ungrateful. The right, they use you and dumb you. But President Bwaka, if all of them were thinking the President Bwaka and behaving the President Bwaka, United Party will have another chance in 2029. Just for now, they do not regard people that help them. I'm not.
Three of our soldiers were executed on this party ground. 2 at the back and 1 right at the headquarters. The man who shot and killed our people today is a darling boy in the Liberian National Police. They brought him back to shoot more guns. Get ready to shoot. Because we challenge the status quo appropriately.
Inform that violence or still any student because of their action, it will be the day the entire Bwaka administration will cut down. We will massively violate the students in this country and we'll shut down the Bwaka administration. The day that happens, we have the capability to do so. And if they think this renovation project is a joke, let them try it. The fall of the Bwaka administration begin with this. If they think they will tumble on any student in this country or at the university like Garguah and water with impunity, while our children saving opponents and logic in the Western world, while we are subjected to agile poverty and bad learning conditions here, and the thing will say. In
the first 100 days, no car will get stuck on a major road in this country. And I mean it.
You say it out loud?
It's going down. First floor. There you have it.
That led to decades of war still run deep. But so too does the longing for reconciliation. A reconciliation defined not by political bargaining or by an artificial balance of power by tribe, region, religion, or ethnicity, but by the equality of opportunity and a better future for all Liberians.
Bwaka can lie, the government, all the ministers in the government, they can lie. You know, they put all hustle, they put hustle, they lie. Everything they say, they never say the truth.
Today, the supporters of His Excellency Joseph Bwaka presents him as a poor man from Lofa and asserts that he will understand the plight of the poor people. Fellow Liberians, do not be fooled. First President Bwaka is not poor like you, not even as me. As Vice President, his office received more money from the government budget than any other Vice President has received in Liberia's history. He has enjoyed some of the best and most lucrative government jobs.
First of all, there's this, what I call sort of vicious lie about the fact that Mr. Pewee is gay or bring gay lifestyle to Liberia. It's complete bullshit. When people can accuse you of stealing people's money, when they can accuse you of being involved in war, anything, people don't make up stuff. They don't make up shit. Excuse my language, right? So it's complete nonsense. I'm married, 8 Teresa, 2 children, 5 grandchildren. I believe in traditional family values, so it's complete bullshit, complete nonsense.
Young man, vice president, young man that are vice president, the major stole 500,000. I mean, Jamaica, the major went to, I forget that Jamaica, the majors went to Ghana, the fit, and they may bring it all company in the country. I mean, Kun, they can reach yourself. Kun, man, you know, Kun, but I want to sophisticated, quiet, hardcore rule in Labro. But Labro, when
2029 come and pass, then you finally leave. Mission is completed. Now, what the rules of engagement? When the war ended, the guy said, the captain, the commander said, mission complete. There wounded out first. All men on board.
Everywhere there is no school, I'll put school. And everywhere there is school and school in bad condition, I'll renovate it. I told them, towns and villages, everywhere you will have lights in a town for children to play and people to see. I told them, every town will have safe drinking water.
If Charles Taylor is the problem, he will be out of here in the twinkle of an eye. And I say, let well-meaning Liberians come home. If we respect this constitution, a government formed in Accra is a violation of Article 1 of the Constitution. Let them come home. Let that government be formed in Monrovia.
The government that capital road, small road, B road, all kinds of the place. I think the reason Joseph Baga will not do much because the old man, the papa is suffering. The papa loves the country, but he can't make it. The criminal there around him, they sophisticated than him. They are sophisticated criminals, so they can't make it.
Your league Costa, God know how to pay people. It's just simple. Costa that accused everybody but himself. Everybody, Joe, we join, we accuse Joe, he killed Joseph Boaga. Boaga still living. Joe, no, you leave better. He made me senator. He almost made Joseph Boaga president until he screwed up. We gave God the glory. Yeah. Well, Boaga, when he screwed, he said, oh, we don't want to make sure we will fought for him to be reconciled with the president. And then the people who fought for him. Look, Yoli Costa, you come. And Costa was in a podcast, he said, they don't been calling me. Okay. The time you were calling me for me to kind of Boaga, did I put it on radio? That immaturity to do what he talking about.
And I guarantee you, when we finish, there will not be a winner or the loser. Today we all wear the jersey of Liberia, and the victory belongs to the people, to the peace, and to our democracy. As we begin to build upon the foundation of this new Liberia, I, George Seleke Kromah, the new president, will first give thanks and praises to the Almighty God for the blessing He has bestowed upon our country. And I say, my people, thank you,
We elect on 85 irresponsible men what happened to our country. We elect on 85 irresponsible men to govern this country, not to be very irresponsible.
Oh, let me wear mine. I'm wearing a kind of wrong shirt again, huh? Okay.
Tabedam, this is your code. Take possession of it. As the representative said, we want to see you collaborating and cooperating and making sure that you make use of the court. Respect the judges. When you receive a paper from the court, don't say I challenge you. Come to the court and tell the court this is my reason. Don't refuse. People have a habit of burning government property down. This, I hope, will not happen here. Anybody attempting to burn court or police station while I'm teaching, we are not going to establish new player for you. But I can tell you that you will not come back to your people on their leave. We will make sure. Confusion is everywhere. Every society, government, got good and bad people. There are a lot of good people in the country, but there are a lot of bad ones too. Prophet Key is an example. They're spoiling the good name of Nima people, they're spoiling the good name of people from Sabata district. In our society, nobody abuses women court. If you do it in the town and you are a man, the men discipline you. If you do it as a woman, the women discipline you. But unfortunately, we have one child from a mother who decided to live with abusing women. Today, we lack you, you will remain there until otherwise the time is completed. Just last week, his parents, people from the town came to me and gave me cola and white chicken. They say when somebody abuses an old lady like your mind, 90+ years old, it's okay. We come to plead with your mind. I took it. But I told them from the key we sell his thing. They said, I don't know what we came for. That's the kind of person I am. But the issue that society is disciplined. The answer of this Garguah is to get justice or is to discipline society. When you are wrong, you will be wrong. When you are right, you will be right. Make use of the court.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How do I look? Obviously, I look better than I was. My nephew sent me this shirt. He wanted me to wear it on Friday. And it turned out the color doesn't agree with StreamYard. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Friday edition. Thank God today is Friday. TGIF. The Republic of Liberia and those of us in the diaspora, we have been blessed to have been plucked out of that misery. And some of you are doctors, you are lawyers, you are engineers, you are nonprofit experts. So today, our day is all about giving back to our country, being your brothers and your sisters' keepers. The scripture said, to whom much is given, much is required. So we have a group that is coming on that will be talking about just that. In fact, they are clothed with the scripture because that's what they do for a living. That's what they do. They've been helping people for ages. And today we are going to be profiling some good folks that have lived in this country but have not forgotten about where they came from. Whatever little they make sure that a percentage of that goes back to Liberia. To people they don't even know, children they have never seen. But yet, they are dedicated and committed. We're going to have Mrs. DeLine and members of the church, members of the board of directors will be here to talk to us about how have they been doing it, how long they have been doing it, and what we all can do to help make sure that the mission continues. It is all about Liberia. Remember, I've always told you this, no matter how successful you are going to die and somebody else is going to inherit. Your children may be so successful, they may not even want your old car. They may not want a house because they will buy their own homes. So why don't you do good while you are here? Why don't you leave a legacy? People were saying, Mr. Gayman, why are you building all these houses in Liberia? You're going to do this, you're going to do that. Houses you live in maybe 2 weeks out of a year. Why are you doing this? Well, in these United States, we learned that the number one source of wealth is through real estate, through home ownership. So if you build a house in Liberia and it's nice and you die, you leave it with your family, well, they will fight over it. Don't let them fight. Make sure you put that in writing, put it in a trust, that it remains with the family for them to enjoy. So when the kids come to Monrovia from Bassa, from wherever, they have a place to stay. The number one reason why children drop out of the universities in Monrovia is because they do not have a place to stay. Their families don't have a place in Monrovia. So if you build a house and you pass away, it is a good thing for you to give it to the next generation. Don't let anybody talk you into, well, you know, you don't live in the country, don't build a house. So the DeLines decided whatever they made here, a little bit of that was going to go back to Liberia to be a blessing to other folks. It is a path that we all should take. No matter how much you have, give a little bit of that back to the community. It doesn't have to be your own family members, but you have to give back. I go every time I go visit my Jewish friend, when I sit among them, and they say these things, and you say that it is mandatory that you do good. A special percentage of your income does not belong to you. It belongs to the commonwealth of mankind. You may choose to do your good in a particular way, like me. I usually donate to children. You may choose to donate to the elderly. Some will choose to donate to homelessness. That's fine as long as you donate. And if you donate to education, you have donated to mankind, because everybody can use education. This is where the DeLines come in. So we are going to be meeting some great folks, talking about some great things. Let me first go over the mission. The president and CEO of UCAC, Mrs. Angeline DeLine, is going to be here. The mission of their church is a church that is community rooted. It is faith driven. An organization committed to restoring hope, giving people back their dignity, and offering opportunity to the people in Liberia and at times in the United States. Yes, we have always said it's not because we are all in the United States mean that some of us don't need help. So they have decided they will not send everything to Liberia. For those of our brothers and sisters who are here, those who are just coming, those who are falling flat on their faces due to circumstances beyond their control, they also help those folks. I know we have called upon you several times when our friends and our family members pass away. There is no life insurance. So we have to help each other bury our folks. So the church is not only about saving your soul to go to heaven. While you are on this earth, you have to live in dignity. We have to live with dignity. Our Liberian community, we are known, we are legendary when it comes to bringing each other down. But this church Their mission is to give back. Have you gone to Liberia lately? Or have you gone to Liberia and seen some of your classmates, guys and girls that went? I'm going to say this again over and over until it clicks. You go to Liberia and find girls and boys that are barely 50 years old. They look like they are in their 70s. Because of stress, hard time. And I'm going to say this. I have promised not to say it, but I'm going to say this. My friend and brother, the late Bill, passed. He was buried last week. Bill or William Martin, may his soul rest in peace. When I met with him, we were watching the African Cup of Nations. I think it was between Senegal. There was Cameroon was playing Morocco. He said, Jerome, this town is hard. He said, what makes it disappointing is friends that we grew up with, friends that were with us in Newark, New Jersey, or Philadelphia, Trenton, New Jersey. These guys have come home. Some of them got government positions. They behave like they have never seen you before. They don't know you. They form a clique. So this town is different. Bill said, Jerome, I am shocked that you came and you look for me. It doesn't happen. The guys don't do this. They're in their government positions. You call them, they won't pick up the phone. They want you to make an appointment to go and see them. And when you make the appointment, you have to sit and wait and wait. At times, they leave you waiting and they go to lunch. That's how terrible we are. But this church is doing something different. They are giving back to Liberia and giving back to our brothers and sisters who are either trying to get on their feet or those who were on their feet and fell because of circumstances beyond their control. I'm not saying this to tell you that tomorrow, after this show, you should bomb rush the church. They don't have that kind of resource. But the little they have, they give it to those who are in need. I know we're all in need, but we got different kinds of needs. Some of you, if Bill Gates asks you where are your needs, the first thing you're going to say, you need a new car. You want to go on the lavish vacation. That's not what we are talking about here. People who are looking for the bare minimum just to survive. Just to hang on to the next paycheck. That's who they are. So they are going to be here, hopefully, by the 6 o'clock hour, so we can begin to discuss what is it they do, how they do it, and for whom are they doing it. We are going to be talking specifically about giving back to Liberia, uplifting our communities, changing lives. Those are big tasks. They have a scholarship program. You know, if you want to change a person physically, you cannot do that without changing the mind, educating the mind. So they are actually trying to change attitudes and behavior by giving scholarship and educating folks. Many of you guys that went to Monrovia College, you're going to learn that Dr. DeLine, I think, if I stand to be corrected, I think he's a monkey. Members of the monkeys, Monrovia College product. Yes, they are building partnerships all over the place, whomever, wherever. You want to partner with them, they got no problem. They will partner with you because they know no one institution can do it all. It takes partnership, networking. We are not here to compete. We are here to work together. We are here to lift everybody. And you can take some of that from the old Negro spiritual that became the national anthem, the NAACP. Said, lift every voice and sing. They are lifting every soul. They are non-denominational. You can be a Baptist, you can be a Catholic, you can be whatever. You join them in celebration, you join them in doing good. The doors are open for anyone. I'm an African Methodist. I go to the AME church. When I'm in Monrovia, I go to Eliza Turner. When I'm in Basel, I go to First Bethel, or I go to Gates Chapel AME church. When I'm in New Jersey or Brooklyn or the area there, I go and visit this great church and the great work they are doing. How many of us are willing under these tough circumstances where we don't have enough, but yet and still you are giving back? So by 6 o'clock, they're going to be here. We will be talking about restoring hope. I told you when I was in Liberia, I saw some of my classmates. And when they walk away, it looks like they're at death's door. A man who has a wife and a family but cannot afford to put food on the table. What a shame. A man who's supposed to be the head of his household, capable, healthy, wanting to work, to put food on the table, to help him, help his children, his wife and his children, and his surrounding. And he just can't do it because the opportunity is not. God shared a show. We are getting ready to get talking about some good things. Y'all been gossiping all week long. Y'all been talking all the other stuff. Today we'll be talking about good stuff. Listen, when people say when you're talking good things, it's boring. You know, people don't want to hear that. Want to hear who choking who, you know. This guy holding this man by the neck, and that's what it was. It's a karate movie, you know. You want to go to Rada, you want to see all those things. Yeah, you know. No. For you to fight, you should be able to have something in your stomach. You should be. Empty bag can't stand. That's what we used to say, right? You gotta eat. And these people are doing that. But let me, without further ado, let me welcome Professor Kennedy. Professor Kennedy, welcome to the show.
Yeah, that was. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was a great analogy you put out there. You know, like around people all the one at top. You know,
that's it.
You want to know who put their knee on whose neck, who's choking who, and you know. But what good is that? How can you put your knee on someone's neck if you ain't got food in your stomach? So that was a pretty good way to kind of put it out there, man. But all week just into the politics. I mean, we still talk politics once, you know, Mary DeLine and Bishop DeLine leaves. We can still hop on and discuss the politics stuff, which is part of our DNA. But I think, you know, what, you know, you're doing in terms of what TCA does as a whole in terms of giving back to the community, it says a whole lot about this organization. You know, that's why it's so easy to sell TCA to the international community, because when they watch the video and they see how you come on professionally dressed every time, how you come out here, you have some fun, but you discuss the politics as well. So really appreciate you, Jerome, for doing this. And I see missionary DeLine, Angeline DeLine is here. And I think once I don't know if she's going on camera, but we'll be able to get into it and say why I decided to join up with them to do what it is that they're doing. But thanks, Jerome. I really appreciate you doing this for the church, man.
Yes, and for you know, for full disclosure, these people are family. So I want you to know that, well, you didn't tell us they knew these for years. We go all the way back when we were young, real young. So we go back. They were mostly on the spiritual end. They came. I mean, they have musical group. They came from this vibrant church in Monrovia. I forgot the name of the church. And Brother DeLine, other brother that is in Atlanta, Erasmus. These people could sing, they could play music.
Oh, you know Erasmus, okay.
Oh, yeah. When I go to Atlanta, I go to the barber shop. Yeah, so I know the guys. I know them very, very well. So this has been in the DNA.
We should have taken a position in front of this.
I can hear you.
I assume that you did.
Here's something in the background.
Yeah, somebody music, somebody radio is playing. Okay, I get the bishop is listening to the BBC, but yeah. So I know the bishop. I know his wife very well. So, ladies and gentlemen, share the show, and you can see below on top of the scoring text there, you will see the GoFundMe account. It's www.gofundme.com/F/feed and educate a child for a year. So whatever it is that you can do, if you can adopt one child for 1 year, that would be good. Let's try to change the narrative in Liberia, to change our attitude and everything else we do. You have to do it mentally. You got to first straighten their heads. And that's what they are doing. So we want to educate every child. So if you can adopt one child a year, that's fine. You are not committed to doing it every year, but if you can do it for 1 year, you will have done something great. Let me welcome Bishop DeLine. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate the opportunity to be on the show, and also pushing our efforts, not just only telling people about heaven, but giving them the opportunity to educate their minds and giving back to our community as well. It's essential that we do such a thing because we know where God brought us from. And so we want to be partners with our fellow Liberians back home. Like they say, what to say, how you call it, on the ground? Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. We thank you so much for hosting us tonight.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Honorable DeLine, who is Dr. DeLine and Bishop DeLine? Tell a little bit about yourself.
Well,
I'm from the soil, Liberia. Went to Monrovia College. Should I give you all of the pedigrees or just?
Yeah, everything. We want to know you, man.
All right. I got a little bit of education from Stevens Institute of Technology, Masters in Information Systems, and also I am adjunct professor at Access Community College. And God has been good to us. And so we forming this collaborative group to bring peace amongst our people, bring education where people can benefit. We believe that feed the person is temporary help, but educating the mind is actually teaching the person to go out and fish. So this is our mission. We want to train the mind so that people can become not independent of the system, but people who will make contribution. And we believe in giving back. And once again, we looking at also our computer program, low-cost program that will educate the community in utilizing the system. In our group, we have very, very astute, educated men who will be able to, from here, train, like in the person of our brother, Dr. Kennedy. And we have some other brothers who are willing to train our people at no cost, just to develop the human capital. And so if you all that are listening, we ask you to please join us, partner with us, so we can be able to realize this very goal. In Jesus' name.
If you are from Monrovia College, I don't want to hear nothing from you. Come on here. First of all, go ahead and share this. So, Juma Jala, thank you very much for reminding me. I just went and shared it on my feed as well, and I've sent it to everybody that I know. So, guys, let's share this show, and let me welcome many of you guys who are following. Thank you, Abdullah Ducliffe from Quado Bonin, Lofa County. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you are tuning in today, let us know where you're tuning in from, what's on your mind. If you are celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, special days in your life, let us know. Let's send a shout out and let us know your high school. The high school you came out, I don't want to hear the college thing, don't impress me. The high school, when you tell you guys your high school, they feel very proud. Like me, when I say Bassa High School, everybody call, Now we got Monrovia College. If you are in Monrovia College and Mrs. Y'all hope you, because you are misbehaving.
She made me cut grass.
May her soul rest in peace. Let me
Amen.
welcome. There you go. Building the Futures in Liberia, fundraising celebration for the UCSC. The school is there. We're going to learn a lot about the school, how many kids are enrolled, who's responsible for them, how can children enroll, and will you kick me out if I don't have enough money? We're going to talk about all of that. Thank you very much. Tumu said he's turning in from Koba City, Kulahon, way out there. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. We have our folks from Sino County, from Buchanan. You guys are doing good. Keep sharing this show. Let's see. We're going to be talking. I think there was another gentleman here. I wanted to introduce him, but we'll come back to him later on. But we'll be talking about the mission of this particular program. We know it's located in Liberia because I can attest to it. But who are we? There you go. The American Arts, American Future. The mission of this particular organization is right here. You see those beautiful children? See the kind of uniform they are wearing? They are well kept. You can see the texture of their skin. They are well kept. That's great. Awesome. So, Bishop, before I go to the young men, tell us a little bit about the mission.
Well, this is something that the Lord put in our hearts. We visited Liberia in 1996 during the height of the Civil War. We conducted several crusades, and it was impacted upon us to be able to feed the people in the city. So we traveled with about 3 containers of food and clothing that we distributed to people, over 8,000 persons during the height of the Civil War in 1996. And people who were blessed by what we were doing requested, don't just give us these things, but we want you to establish a church, put up a mission, give us a school, and we'll listen to them. These were poor people who needed help, and we listened to them. We went in, we constructed a church. We brought them in, and we continue the love gifts, sending in food and clothing. And then later they demanded that, listen, give us a school. We want low-cost schooling. You know, when we look at ourselves and see where we came from, and I remember back in the days when we could not afford to go to school, that we had to hustle our ways in. And we said, listen, if we can get a reputable school where we the students can be can afford to come in at low cost, then we would do it. And so we were able to purchase the land, construct the school, and here we are up to 7th grade, and we are looking for partners to help us to complete all 3 levels so that we can take it up to a low-cost technical high school that will bless the people. You know, not just we don't want to make money, but we want to educate the people at low cost. So even if people cannot afford this, you know, our mission is to give them a quality education that even from high school graduated from high school, they can have a skill. And trust me, by God's help and with the backing of Dr. Kennedy and some other IT experts that are part of us, we will achieve this goal. And this is our mission, is to help people not just to go to heaven, but to prepare them so that they can be fishermen as well, providing for their families.
Excellent, excellent, guys. Here we go. He says, we just don't want to get them a fish. We want to teach them how to fish, make fishers of men. That's why it's supposed to be, not just hand out. But they should be able to be self-sufficient down the road. And we are saying, invest your money in any agency that supports STEM. We are talking about STEM program. This is what they are doing here. From here, if you don't want to go to college, you go into the vocational training, you make more money than your teacher. That's what let me go to is that Mr. Sony?
Yeah, he's on mute. You don't unmute yourself.
Yes. Sorry, I was mute. Yes. This is Reverend Sony from Liberia.
Introduce yourself. What is it you do?
Okay. I'm Reverend Basir M. Sony, the pastor in charge at the branch of UCAC in Louisiana for now. And I've been working along with the administrator of the school system since we remain down Cisco. And thank God that God is doing his own thing in our midst. And what I do, yes, I work within the church and also working outside of the church as a citizen contributing to this nation. So I bless God to be part of the platform tonight.
Thank you very much for what you do. Let me go to Ms. DeLine. Ms. DeLine, welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, yes, go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you so much, Brother Jerome. It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but thank you so much for the opportunity that you have given us to come on this show to be able to talk more about the missions. I have been in contact with you in the past, trying to get some help for our missions, and this is coming full circle. So I thank you so much, and I want to say thanks to everyone on this platform for giving us a listening ear. Also, we want to thank Brother Larry Kennedy for all of his efforts and everything that he's doing to move the mission work forward. We have been doing this for a long time, and now we see that it is picking up steam. So we give God the glory, because with everything we got to put God first. And so as Bishop had mentioned, about our trips, and the different travels that we have been doing to Liberia. When things were difficult in Liberia, we took the chance and we went in. And we want to thank God that we have the opportunity now to move our mission work forward. So the main reason we're on this platform today is to solicit assistance from everyone, whether you're in Liberia or you're here in the United States. We ask that you would please help us to help the young people. We currently have enrolled about 50 students, and we have more students being enrolled each and every day. But we want to take the school up to the 12th grade level, and we also want to add, as Brother Jerome mentioned earlier, a STEM program.
It's New Patrick. It's in
Yes.
the news.
Can
And
everyone?
yes, maybe. On again. Now, come on. Look.
Hello?
Bishop, can you mute?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay, so we want to include our STEM program where we can have sometimes when you're doing certain things, you want people to be able to recognize you for certain things that you do that is away from what others are doing. And so we come asking you to be with us and to help us to develop our science and technology, engineering, and mathematics program, which is the STEM, within the school. So in doing so, we need to build our library, our computer science lab. So in all of these things require funding. So we come asking you to please, look deep down into your hearts to be able to assist us. We also want to highlight our feeding program. We're trying to set up our cafeteria also, so that we'll be able to feed the children. You cannot come to school hungry. Some of us, I grew up in Liberia also. I attended Cathedral. I also attended Moravia College. All right. Although we didn't graduate because we came here, before graduation, but we know what it is to go to school, when you're hungry. We know what it is to go to school when you're lacking shoes to wear on your feet, and so we're asking you to help us. So if we build our cafeteria, we'll be able to feed the children so that when they come in the morning, whether they had cream of wheat or something at home to eat before coming to school, we don't know that. But a lot of times the children come and they are hungry. So whatever we can do to help them to be able to sit in class without thinking about, oh, what am I going to eat, when I leave school today, for example. All right. Or to sit in there and they're hungry. When you're hungry, you cannot focus. So we need help in building our cafeteria. We need help in building our computer lab. We need help in building our library. We need help in our dignity program. And the dignity program is a part also of learning, because we don't want the kids coming to school, and they're not properly, dressed or not having deodorant, different hygiene items. We're also appealing to you all to help us to be able to get these things. And so far, as we go along in the program today, I will, if anyone has any questions, or concerns, please feel free, to ask me or anyone else that is on the line today, and we will be able to shed some light on it.
Excellent. Dr. Kennedy, we know, I know about feeding. Besides the overhead, feeding is the most expensive part of the program. For us here, there are two things other than salary. We know it's feeding and then fuel, transportation. Let's talk about the feeding. I mean, feeding is a massive undertaking. Because it's something that, if you build a classroom, you build a building, the building will be there for the next 50 years. But you got to feed every day.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if anybody who's watching this program tonight can tell us that they are able to go to school on an empty stomach and concentrate, then we want to know the secret for your success. Because there's no way you can go sit down in class and your stomach growling and you're hungry and food will not be on your mind. So it's important for you to understand, man. When I saw the video that Sonny and the team, Dawn, on the ground sent, when they sent the video of the kids, they're excited to be in class. I was hearing stories about young children who were standing outside of the classroom, could not come inside because the classroom was so full. Not only was it full, but because their parents couldn't afford for them to come to school. And UCAC, being the faith-based mission it is, they still allowed them to come in. And that is one of the reasons why when you take a look at the presentation, you can see students kind of sitting in the hallway because the school needs to move forward. And one of the things that the bishop mentioned earlier and Missionary Deline mentioned is, and even you, Jerome, you mentioned it, we're looking for partnership, right? Mm-hmm. So this fence was actually built through a donation of Mr. Joe Moba and Muson's group. So y'all been hearing Joe Moba's name all over the place, but some of y'all don't even know some of the charity work that he's doing. Joe Moba is the guy who is building that thing down in Foya. So when he got the call saying UCAC mission needed help, he sent a team over there because when he came, the first thing he did was he came to help with constructing part of the school. And he saw over here the trash and everything in here. And he said, look, listen, one of the things you people need would be a fence to protect these young kids. And immediately he sent a team on the ground and they constructed this entire fence over here to protect the kids. That thing really touched my heart. That thing really touched my heart. Yes. That, Mr. Mobile would take the time out to go ahead, make the sacrifice. And he said, look, I have charity organizations out here. I help different organizations all the time. But most of the time, people then would hear my name and they would think, oh, it's all political. We are willing to partner with people out there in Liberia for the kids. For the kids. The feeding program is huge. And I just want to go back real quick and show you, man. You were talking about people that get into school. Over here, a lot of the times in America, we take school for granted. But there are children that in Liberia who are hustling to get to school. We sit on motorbike, 4 people on a motorcycle. They're trying to get to school. That kind of shows you the importance of that. And education, I'm telling you, early childhood education is so important, right? Absolutely. Because if it wasn't for the education in Liberia that got me started, because I attended St. Patrick's. I left St. Patrick's when I was in the 7th grade. But it was that early education from St. Patrick's. The school system in St. Patrick's was really good. In Liberia was really good. It's that school system when I first came to America in New York City High School. When I did my math homework, the teacher took the homework and he showed it to everybody in the class. He said, this is how math should be done. I was like, wait a second. This is how we did it every day in St. Patrick's in Liberia.
Right.
But it goes to show that if you invest in education, it will get you very far. That's why, when Bishop Mr. Sony, Reverend Simpson, Sister Eliza, Emerline, Sister Ivy Cooper, Dawn. You know, when the team said, hey, we need to do something to help these young kids, and they showed me the video, my man, when I show you the video right here, people start crying. People start crying. The small children, and they're struggling to go to school.
Yes.
But UCSC, as it stands right now, we are willing to partner with other organizations out there. I know I spoke to Doc Peabody, and Doc Peabody has been doing great work building hand pumps all across Monrovia. And I told Doc, I said, listen, let's partner. Let's see if we can do some fundraising and help the young people back there. We can't depend on government. So, Mr. Gayman, again, thank you so much, man. I'm really, really glad to be here doing this presentation and giving back to Mama Liberia. You know, I know Mr. Sony is on the ground, so I also want to give him a chance to give us a sense of what he's seeing day in and day out with the students on the ground, how important it is for us to do this thing here and help the young children.
Yes. Is there Mr. Gayman from BMCC?
Yes.
Yes.
BMCC. Yeah.
He went all the way back now. You see, I didn't want to do this.
I attended BMCC too.
Yeah, we all went to BMCC.
Yep.
God bless you, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
See how it's full circle?
I'm telling you, brother. I'm telling you.
All of that.
You're a good man. You're a good man, Jerome.
Okay, Bishop. So, from Mapic, honestly, we highly appreciate everything that other churches doing in Liberia, especially thinking about educating the kids. And when this project started, people look at it to be very huge to even get the structure started. It was not an easy task. And thank God we were able to do the first floor, and the children have started. And when the school started, we had up to 60 the first year. And this year we gone a little bit over 100. And we know by God's grace, next school year, the number might increase. And as the number increasing, the grade also stepping up. We started from nursery, elementary, but now we have few students in the junior high section. And based on that, to encourage and also assist some of the members within the church locally, we decided to also sponsor some of, because how much is the school fee? 15,000 for the whole year. And if you calculate it, it's less than $100.
For 15,000 US?
That's 1,000 Liberian dollars.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that.
$15,000 Liberian dollars for the whole year. Just to have somebody learning. So tomorrow the society will be better. Because if the society leadership today fail to educate any child, that child could be an embarrassment to the society that we will be living or our children will be living at that time. So in there, we came as low as 15,000. And within that 15,000, like for me, I sponsor up to 10 of the children. Handling everything, and other people come in to sponsor. So in there is a need. Because as the school year passes by, we want to see things growing, we want to have libraries for the children, because in Liberia, the people always have the saying, if you want to have something from the librarian, just put it into the book, all right. But if you encourage the children to start reading, and when they get used to it, they get big, it is a good foundation. Because when I was in grade school, I attended Cativa, and from there, when I passed in the 10th grade, I went on BW, where I graduated in 1989. So in there, at that time, a lot of research was done, a lot of reading was done. And that's one of the things the children lacking today. And thank God for the instructional staff we have. They are all professional. We encouraging them. I know the challenges there, but bless God that at least Brother Larry have to do what he did, and we have even the environment fenced, because the place was just open. And thank God the fence is there. Now, when it comes to the water system, we need help, because we had a pump here there from Liberia Water Sewer Corporation. But sometimes the water don't come almost 2-3 weeks. Then what happens to the kids? Even if they use the bathroom, Where do they get water from? So for that, the janitor really find it difficult in finding water and the overall environment. And I don't know. I pray that God help us that water and sewer will improve our system, because even where the place is located, to be honest with you, there should be a certain dimension from separating to a water that will be used. And with the location of the separate thing, and also from the slum environment, the water down there will not be too safe. So even if we want to dig well, and you reach a certain feet, the water will be smelling like a rusty water, because we are not far from the slum. So, but if we can connect it with and place it and connect it to the building where water will be coming into the building from water and sewer, I think that would be more safer than digging a hand pump there. Hand pump there, yes, maybe you could use it for just flushing of the camel or what have you, but it will not be safe for drinking. I want to be honest to get that. Yes.
Wow.
So far, that's how far we've gone, and with the support of the mission in America, we are getting there gradually. It is a process. And like Kato says, done, anything that is good in, I'm working along with her. I'm going to fully support to help somebody to learn what they have to learn for tomorrow. Now, when it comes to the sewing school, where the mission was able to raise some fund and send aid, they got a machine, everything. I think 2 of the children, because I visited the school regularly to make my own assessment, and the principal told me 2 of the cases, like, they find it difficult looking at their age and what have you. I said, but if it is so, and they can go to the sewing school to learn how to sew, at least they'll be able to do something with their hands. And all 2 of them, I told them whenever the sewing school starts, I will sponsor the too. But again, we are still working along with the Kamara to start the sewing school so that at least others will come. I think so far, that's a brief update that I can give as coming to the level of the school for now. And like you said, transportation, we have schools in Monrovia having that buses, and that helps. It protects the children from danger. Like the motorcycle. Yes, somebody could go pick your child, or you yourself carry the child, but then what happens when you leave the child and the child, because one system will put into place, if the child gets on the campus, nobody else comes to receive that child until yourself come back to receive the child, to deliver the child to you. But what happened to the grown-up one? In between from the home to the school, anything could happen there. Now these motorcycles, they are so regular, they're bumping into one another. We pray that in the future, if the school can have its own bus to pick up those children, and the parents will be able to pay a little fee to maintain it and also fuel it, it will be a big plus for the institution.
Amen.
That's the future. And we pray that God will help us to accomplish that.
In Jesus' name.
Great. Ladies and gentlemen, the fees are spelled out for $265. You can cover the entire enrollment and feeding for a child. $265. That is $150 for tuition and everything else, and $115 for feeding. If you combine that and you just give the $265 or more, you will have adopted a child. $265. You know, when we go to the movies, for those of you young folks out there, you are still dating. When you go on date, you know it costs more than just one time. When you go out of you try to impress that girl, you know you spend more than that, you know, on a weekend. So, and you don't have to be wealthy. Most of you, we have been asking you to make contribution to different others. We know you're also doing that other places. But if you spread it around a little bit, we're not asking you to adopt the whole school, but if you could just take one child, you have done a great deal. Just imagine, I saw somewhere here where they said most of the parents make about $2 a day. For them to raise $265, that would be what, like 5 years. I mean, I'm not a mathematician, I'm just kidding, but Just imagine somebody makes $2 a day.
Yeah.
And need to raise $265. That means the entire day they would not eat they won't do anything, just get a $2, put it away. For 365 days or so, you won't eat, you won't sleep, you won't do anything. It's impossible. So I know you are engaging in many other things, but if you could just help, and if you don't have the 265, but you want to do the 115 and say, you know what, I want to at least feed one child.
Amen.
That will be fine. If you are strong enough and you say, you know what, I don't want to do the feeding, but I just want to pay the tuition, the 150, that's fine. Either way is fine. But if you can do both, that's fine. I will commit to doing both before you leave from here. Dr. Kennedy, I will be in touch with you to make sure that I do 1 year of the tuition and 1 year of the feeding. And I'm going to share it with all of my friends and see who all wants to help. We've been doing that. But yes, guys, listen, just skip a meal, man. Skip a meal. we all try to lose with few pounds here and there. So skip that dinner tonight. You are losing good pounds. You are doing it the right way, and God will bless you. And guess what? If I were to lose a few pounds and go to heaven, I would want to go because I got to fly, right? When I get to heaven, I want my wing. I don't want a wing. I don't want nothing holding me down my belly and all. No. So if I go to heaven a little 10 pounds lighter, it will be fine. So here is the whole breakdown here. Okay, if you go out to if you want to look out how you want to do it, a 4-year tuition for a child is $150. $50 is a 4-year meal.
Well, it includes books and uniforms.
It includes everything. So when this child is blessed, all he or she has to do is just show up.
Yes.
You don't have to worry about what you're going to eat and how you're going to, your uniform, everything is going to be ready. And they are 501c3. That means you can deduct it at the end of the year.
Absolutely.
If you have your corporation, you want to partner with them. Now, listen, this is what, I work for the United Way. Like I'm going to say this again over and over until you will know both until it get into your cranium. But listen, if you don't have cash, but you operate a store in Liberia that you have an account at one of those material store, building material store, we will take that too. We can go there and get zinc. We can go there and get cement. We can go there and get, if you get one of those trucking company and you're doing sand, we would, no problem. We'll take one load of sand from you. It would be your give back to these. It's not just money. We need everything. We need material. We need money. And the most important thing in Liberia that I noticed, and everywhere else, everybody suffer from typhoid. Typhoid basically is dirty water. When you drink contaminated water, your system is going to be contaminated and your stomach is going to run. This is why they are saying for them to run the latrine in the school, they need water. So we'll be asking, I think, Dr. Peabody, I'm not sure, but I think he has agreed to partner with you. What they do in Liberia specifically, and I like that, is they just dig wells.
Yes.
So if we can get on his schedule and he can come and, because the deep well, we're talking about deep well. The reason your water smell is when you get surface water, it got sulfur in it. I'm in Florida, so I know how it smells. Smell a rotten egg. When you dig deeper, when you go deeper into the soil, the water doesn't smell. So that's what we're going to be talking to Dr. Peabody to see how deep they can dig it. But even if not, if you dig the regular well and you treat it with chlorine, it does the same thing. It takes the sulfur out. But definitely you have to be able to flush the toilet. With the amount of children, you got 100 children, that's a lot, 115 kids, that's a lot of kids. So they use the bathroom continuously. So water has to be around. Water is life. So guys, Wherever you are, please do us a favor. Today is Friday. Skip the meal, skip the date. Do it for somebody. Do some good. Donate. I don't want you to come here and pledge, and because you're Liberian people, you'll go and pledge, you don't pay. But anyway, that's not you. If you can't do it today, but you can do it next Friday, Dr. Kennedy is going to be here. We're going to remind you to make sure that you meet your obligations. Some of you, you're not forgetting on purpose. There's so much stuff happening. So we have to remind you that a child is depending on you. So please,
Jerome, real quick, I want to give a shout out to Actual Factual. Actual Factual is pledging to make a contribution.
Good.
And yeah, Actual Factual is a really, really good, dedicated follower, listener, and commentator on these programs. And I want to know who this Actual Factual person is. So it's my mission right now, as part of the mission, to find out who you are.
Find out who he is. Listen, I got some connection at the FBI. We'll find out who he is.
And if you don't mind, I want to give our love and appreciation to Dr. Peabody.
Yes.
We are extending our operation throughout Monrovia. And Dr. Peabody in the past have also donated a well to our Caldwell, Louisiana location. And he donated a well there, and we want to duplicate what we're doing in Central Monrovia, also in Louisiana, and we also have a location in Toady and also Kipman. And we're looking to duplicate these operations. And we'd like to give a shout out to Dr. Peabody, so we highly appreciate the well that he gave us in Louisiana, that's in Caldwell.
Oh,
thanks,
Dr. Peabody, thank you very much.
Yes.
Your pastor people, you got big more, but you can do some good things. So thank you very much, boy, for always growth. Dr. Kennedy, go ahead. That's right hand man.
Yeah, I want to recognize my niece, Emerline Deline. She's part of the leadership team. I see she's here. Emerline, you wanted to add something?
Okay.
I just want to say thank you so much for allowing us to share the amazing work that's being done here on your platform, and really shining light to what this is going to be. I won't say what it could be, but what it's going to be. I think this is so amazing, what the organization is doing, and to be a part of it. I'm very proud to be a part of the work because, even here on the ground in the States, just knowing the many doors of opportunities that education opens up. And so just knowing that we're just planting a small seed into a child's life that will carry on with them into the future is absolutely amazing to be a part. So again, thank you for this platform, and thank you for this moment.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is what it's all about. We have to, we can't just sit and just criticize. You can do both. You can criticize and work at the same time. And that's what we are doing here. The young people depend on us. When you go to Liberia in December, they call them Decembrists. You can tell them apart from everybody else. They're walking with a white towel on their shoulder and a bottle of water in their hand, and they're walking around. Everybody knows that, and they're bluffing. Listen, just send us some money before you go bluff in December. So when you go in Liberia in December, we will not get nothing from you. Nothing. So do your contribution before you get out. Don't tell me when I come, I will come to the building and I know. No, we know when you get there. It's not that you're foolish, but listen, we all got extended families, right? You got friends, everybody wants something from you. So it does us good if you can do it from here before you get it. Where you get it now, it will be impossible to see you. So if you want to do some good, please let's check out where's the website. Do we have the website here where people can go throughout the year where they can donate? There you go. You can go directly to the GoFundMe account and put in your money. Some people don't like to do GoFundMe. because they don't want part of the money. They want 100% of their money going to the project. And I know GoFundMe, I don't know whether they take a percentage of what, I don't know about it. But if you have if the account has a direct sale, Zelle or Cash App, I would like to do directly to the organization. So 1 cent of my money don't go to any white boy. No, I'm not prejudiced or anything, but we don't have much. We don't want to get anything to anybody. So we're going to put out the Zelle, the Cash App, whatever that goes directly to the account, so it can be free. But GoFundMe is a very convenient way to do it. Everybody's familiar with it. You can go ahead and do it. $150 will do a 4-year tuition for a needed child. $115 will feed a child for the entire year. Okay, and if you combine the two, it's only $265. Listen, we do a lot. $265. Yes, it's a lot of money. But if you check out, when you just go out, you go to the fair, you go to any event you go to. If you take a child with you, most likely you will spend more than that. So you are doing it for 1 year. If you do this, $265 for the year. So I decided to do it $265, so my child can go ahead and eat all she want to eat. Can she eat as many times as she wants? She come back and do double. Sonny, is it a one-shot deal, or I can just keep coming?
Well, I think you have it. Maybe when you get there, you have something to eat in the morning, and maybe during recess time or lunch.
Right.
If they keep them for study class, maybe in the evening, maybe just a slack, just for the parents to pick them up, not to keep them hungry.
Good. Guys, if you're in Monroe as we speak, you can stop by any supermarket, pick up breakfast food, lunch, anything, just drop it off. We appreciate that. Bishop, let's talk about this operation is huge. So are you in the Tody area? Are you got maybe planning in the future to have like a farm where you would be
absolutely. Absolutely. We were successful in raising funds, and we purchased a power saw.
Okay.
And the people there are utilizing the power saw to burn fire coal and to plant cassava and rice to sell, because we want to construct. Right now they are worshiping in a mud church. I wish I had a picture for you to see, but next time we will send that. They're worshiping in a mud building, and now they want a concrete building. So our mission provided them a power saw. Instead of utilizing our power saw, they have a farm already that they use the power saw to cut down the trees, burn the trees, and make fire coal for sale, in order to give them some funds so that it can assist us in helping them to construct a new church. And by God's help, they will have it from these wonderful, benevolent contributors. We should be able to provide them that building and also to duplicate the effort of schooling in that particular area as well.
Great. Sonny,
Yes.
let's say I was thinking on now, if you got like maybe 50 acres of land where you can grow your own cassava, your own potatoes, your own grains, so you can buy from yourself, you can purchase from yourself, so the money don't go to the Lebanese and the Indians, because I know you're buying rice, you're buying all of these things. If you were able to have a farm on agriculture piece, you'll be buying from yourselves.
Okay, for that, the church are able to just get not a huge land for now. And yes, in there, the church can get a farmland. I started a discussion with them, did some inquiry. And farmland for acre costs $200, which of course a lot is $50. I'm talking about US dollar. But an acre is $200, and they have, even if the church want to get up to 50, 75 acres of land, it is there. It's just a matter of raising the fund. And like you said, to have a farm there. The major challenge from now until this when it is rainy season, it is difficult to really get in there with vehicle unless you go with a motorbike. Now, to add up to what Bishop said, when the headquarter church from the state send the power source, we have a system put into place where they will be able to use it, generate funds to start doing the construction of the church. And what the church did, all of the churches in that community, in the 2D belt, they came together. I think they are up to 10 churches that organize themselves every month. Is one branch, is another church that they go to have this program, fundraising program, where they will leave the fund that is raised there. And UCAC Louis and 2D will be August. And in the whatsoever they have, because they have some bricks also on hand, they have sand on hand. And the bishop said, I will send few photos of where they're worshiping. Before there was it was not even plaster, the floor. But when we visited them last year, that season, seeing the need, again, we contributed towards that. And then for now, the floor is plaster. And hopefully, trusting God, the next drought season time, they promise that they will start the construction. Now, the land that is there where the church is, at the back, they have brushed the place, they used the power saw to fell the trees. We went there the last time to go some training. They already started planting. They planted cassava and they want to put rice there just for the short term. And in there, when they did that, we encouraged them. And I threw a challenge to them, hey, you receive one power saw. Because they're also using it to commercialize it, when somebody need the power saw to fell a tree from their farm or cut their wood for the coal, they will go there and do that. Whatsoever fund they raise, they will reserve some and also maintain the power source. So I told them if they can raise 75% of the money that will get them another power source, I will add it up with the balance 25%. That which was a challenge given to them, and they said they are working on that. So we pray that by God's grace, next drought season, because they most often use the power source during drought season than rainy season. So for that, it is going. And when I went there for the first time, the number of kids I saw was around 50. And I targeted really 25, thinking that the population of the children were not much. And we were able to save them and some left. The second time I went there, I targeted 100. And yes, indeed, the number went up to 75. And along the route, we are getting back because we have to go to Kakata, take the road on Bombage, then you go back to Tudi. And all along the route, we're doing the balance distribution. But recently, we just left from there in March. We went to do the training. The number of children have gone up to 160. So all of that, from my own observation, we have two persons in the church, a brother and a sister. And I told them, hey, you know what? Let us start a study class. And that which they have started, because the kids are there, no school in our entire environment. Besides schooling, no clinic in our entire environment. And it's a community that have towns and villages more than 10, 15. But no clinic around there. If somebody's sick, they got to put them in a hammer or put them on the back of a motorbike to carry them to Kakata for them to receive medical treatment. Yes. So again, I started with the school there, but I told them to do the study class. I told them to do the documentation. I want to get the name of the kids, the age, and the class they are in. And from there, trusting God, maybe the next school year, we started to see what I can do. Because what I'm targeting for now, you can afford to get copybooks. I want to get some copybooks, pen, pencil, and send it in there to distribute on the children while the study class going on. And what I told them for now, my focus is on Louisiana, UCSC, Louisiana, because we're there. And we have the smaller size church that we were using first for worship service. And when the bigger building got completed, The children using the small church now for Sunday service, for children ministry. But that I think we can use there to start a school also. So in there, the brother that been helping us on the old road, Brother Moses, I asked him to visit, and he visited. He made his own assessment, and he told us, yes, we can start either from the nursery, daycare, and up to first or second grade. And he said we're supposed to be meeting. He is done, and myself, along with Brother Prince, where we come up with what is needed to have that done, so that by God's grace, the next school year will at least start with that from Louisiana, because we have the structure. Yep.
Yes. I'm coming back to you, Sonny. Let me welcome Sarah Dopoh. Sarah, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mr. Gayman, and I also want to say hi to our guests on the panel and also all of our panelists on the show and those in the comment section. I want to say thank you so much. I'm listening. This is very interesting. I want to say thank you so much to you guys for this great initiative. You know, we are all here to help, and we are prepared to help. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Let me welcome Dr. Peabody. Dr. Peabody, you know, I'm going to be calling you the living well, the guy who is giving water. When I was with the United Way, there's something, every time people come, they want funding, right? Everybody wants funding. And then the question they always ask is, what is it that is unique that you are doing that requires money? What is unique? And if you look at what Dr. Peabody is doing, the United Way will fund it because it is very unique. Giving water.
Yep.
Not too many people doing that. You see, you are giving water. You are giving water is life. So Dr. Peabody, I want to thank you and thank you for the partnership. We have the good thing you are doing with these folks. You do it well and it's saving lives, clean water. Thank you very much. And our guests are here.
You know, it's good to be here, Mr. Gayman. I was driving and said, let me join the guys. You know, this is basketball week, carry the kids all around. But, it's always good to be part of people who are giving back to help. That's all we can do to help each other in that country. And one of the areas that I felt that God have called me to and that he had prepared me to do is to just help different villages, different towns get clean water. And this has been a success because we have seen the growth in many towns. Every year we build 2 to 3 hand pumps in different places in Liberia. So it's been wonderful. And I just wanted to commend Bishop DeLine and his group and Professor Kennedy to thank him for bringing these folks on the show tonight. You know, I just want to show them that we're going to work with them to build a well in Todi. But in addition to that, my family going to give 100.
Yes.
We're definitely going to be working on it.
Peabody, that is great.
And then apart from that, my family want to give $100, and I spoke to the management team of the TCA, and I just spoke with other Sylvester and Tomalin. They want us to also pledge $300 that we'll give next week to be able to support the feeding program as well. So we want to This is what we stand for. It's not all about the politics, but I'm reminded of the song that says, "If I can help somebody as I travel along the way, I live in."
Get your information too. I think I can sponsor two.
So we want to really be a help for you guys.
Dr. Peabody, I'm going to hold you that. What did he say? What did he say, Sarah?
No, I will get the information. Maybe I can sponsor 2 students. I'm already sponsoring 2 students.
It's all right.
In my sister's school.
2 students. There you go. You know.
Thank
you. Brother Gayman, please permit me an opportunity to publicly express my appreciation to Dr. Peabody.
Thank the Americans who gave the money. I'm just the messenger, sir.
It's all right.
It's okay. It's okay. But you were the instrument.
Yes.
When I sat and saw the work going on in Louisiana and the new church that was going up contributed to us, we needed water. I called on my brother Monkey from Morovia College. I reached out to him, and in no time, Dr. Peabody responded. I mean, he could have gone other place, but he responded, and he provided the people in Louisiana, Caldwell, a well. And so publicly, my brother, I'd like to express my appreciation to you. And thank you so much, and may God continue to bless your work. I do follow you. You are definitely an inspiration. Not only giving well, but I see you building
Give
schools.
people more water than the water in Morovia.
Yeah, I see him building schools as well. You know? You know?
Yeah, go ahead, Bishop.
Yeah, I say I've seen him build schools. He builds building schools in a community where there are no schools, and it was so inspiring, you know. And my brother, God bless you. Keep up the good work, and even reaching out to sick people who cannot necessarily pay their hospital bills, people with cancer. Well, my brother, you know, there's only few of you living, doing what God wants us to do. And then doing God's work is not just in the pulpit, but what you do, you definitely an angel. May God bless you, man. Thank you so much.
Bishop. I'm grateful.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate everything, but let us also not forget the Americans who will not go to Liberia, will not see those villages.
Amen. Amen.
To just help people in need. So I accept that compliment, but on behalf of them as well. God bless you.
Well, thank you. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And Bishop, can I give an update to Dr. Peabody just from the well?
Yeah,
sure. Go ahead.
And please out the church for the church. But honestly, I can tell you, Dr. Peabody, that the population in the community now continue to increase.
Wow.
Because there is LEC in that entire environment now. So people who had a construction done, they make sure they completed and they have moved there. And it is that hand pump now that really supplying almost the entire community with water. To the extent where just, I think 2 weeks ago, I had to have a meeting with the people in the community. Hey, we have to maintain what we have.
Yes.
We will draw water from the morning hour 10. We close it. We got to protect it. In the afternoon, from this time to this time, you come and draw and save water. Because if we fail to protect it and keep it safe, and if there is a damage, there is a cost attached to it. So again, I want to join Bishop to say thank you. And those Americans that contributed, we highly appreciate it and giving a big help in the community. Thank you again.
Well, we thank God that it's still going and it's still serving the people. That's the
Amen.
Thank you.
That's the
ladies and gentlemen, today we are all about doing good. No gossip, no CDC, no UP, no ANC, no how they call it, Bassa People Party, Liberty Party. No. Today we are all one party, one party of doing good. We are doing good. Whatever you can do, if you can do the 150, do the 115. If you can do the 115, anything will help. But if you have accounts at the building material stores in Liberia and you want to donate cement, you want to donate anything, we will take it. We want to build the school. Like he said, the school is on the first level, the first flight, right? And we still got ways to go. We need steel rods, we need cement, we need anything. And if you are a carpenter, you are a mason, you want to come and volunteer your time, that's good too. We call that in-kind donation. Come in and put in the time, and you will get the same credit like everybody else, okay? We can quantify your hours. If you need to know how many hours you spend, we can quantify it and multiply it by the hours you spend there, and we can tell you exactly how much your time is worth. So don't think your time is not money. Your time is money. If you are
Jerome, I want to say something real quick.
Yes, come in.
As soon as Sarah said she was going to sponsor 2 kids, I immediately started leaning towards the CDC. You know, I always had a CDC in my heart. You know, it never came out. It never came out.
It came out now, eh?
Yeah, she said.
You see what children can do when you see children. You touch your heart. Listen, now that Sarah is here, Joe Manjala will soon come here. Joe Manjala will soon come and donate. So Sarah donate, he will donate. Joe Manjala will wait for you.
Joe Manjala is a good. He will donate. He got his little tabata, but he's a good giver. So Joma, this is not politics tonight. Let's give. And I want to call on all our fans. Those we got over 100, 200-300 people watching by YouTube and other means. We're calling you to please donate to this cause. Any amount will help. 10, 20, 50, $100. Please donate to this cause because Closing Acumen stand with this group. And that's what we are here for. We always giving. So we want to give. We want to make sure that somebody get that help. The kids get food to eat and able to go to school. So all our friends that are watching tonight, YouTube and please give.
Bishop, can you mute?
I'll take it.
Just pick it up.
Okay, there you go. Bishop, when you're talking, you got to mute before we...
Yeah, I am very sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to multitask.
I know. Jeremiah Foley said, I'm watching from the Amagichi community. Thank you very much for tuning in. Guys, you have been so good to us. So good. We cannot... What the song say? If I had 10,000 tongues, I don't want to cross the line because we got a bishop here and a preacher here, so I don't
tell it all.
There you go. Even if I had 10,000 tongues, it would not be enough to say thank you. So guys, help us help the children. You're not helping me out. You're not helping Dr. Peabody. You're helping those kids. So if you can give us $115, it will feed one kid. If you give us $265, it will feed one kid and their tuition, books, uniform for the whole year. $265. You can't beat that. Uniform, books, and feeding. Now, Doc, let's talk about instructional staff. How many teachers you have there, and what curriculum are you using?
Well, we will refer this to missionary Deline since she's in the educational area and she runs the mission.
Okay, great.
And then we will also relate to Reverend Sonny, who in the same vein, I would like him to make contact with Dr. Peabody so Dr. Peabody can see the area whenever he's in Liberia.
Excellent.
So you can see the area in Todi, and from there, he will see the necessity for maybe another school building. You see the mud church, the mud place that they're using for study, and maybe you never know. And we all can partner. This is in the course of Liberia. We cannot impact the entire country, but the ones that we can reach, at least we can make an impact on. So this is what we'd like to do. Now, in terms of the curriculum, I will let Missionary Deline pick that up.
Okay.
There you go. You see, you're from Cathedral. You're very good at this thing they call curriculum, because those boys from Cali School, I'm telling you, there's something else.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. So the curriculum we're using at the present time, we're following the Department of Education curriculum in Liberia. And also, someone had asked about the teachers, and so we do have, right now we have about 8. We have, I'm sorry. We have 12 teachers, because in the pre-K, classroom, you have 2 teachers per classroom. So we have the pre-K, we have the kindergarten class. So that's 4 teachers, and then we have the upper grades from 1st grade through 7. And then we also have our principal and vice principal. And we have someone else also who's doing the who's in our kitchen area, let's put it, because it's not really a cafeteria.
Right. All right.
Yes. So we have someone, there also. And we also have a security that we have to pay for.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, to watch.
Everybody can relate to that one.
Absolutely. And we need that. We need that in Liberia. So yeah, so we do have, these different employees that have to be taken care of.
Excellent. So then walk me through the day. What does a day look like at the campus when the child comes in?
Okay, before I walk you through the day, Malabira forgot about the janitor. We have a janitor there who is responsible, yes, to make sure the place is clean, water is in the bathroom, and what have you. He work from morning up to evening hours. So now, taking you through the day as a student arrives, we have someone there to receive the kids right at the entrance. And then when they get in, and thank God for the fence work. But before the fence work will start, the iron gate at the main entrance was a point that the parents would turn the child over to the vice principal for student affairs that was responsible to take the kids in and log them in. And when they log them in, they make sure the security remain at the entrance. And that's the reason why at certain point of time during recess time, we don't even just let them to get out because the building is right on the road, not far from the roadway. The motorcycles just running around, so we to keep them in even during that break time. But thank God for the fence. At least they have a yard to play in now that is also mounted by the security at the entrance. And when they get in, we have devotion, morning devotion, and the students are taught how to conduct devotion from the upper classes, and the smaller one learn from that also. And after devotion, everybody gets into their various classroom. And every period comes to an end. Someone is responsible to ring a bell for the instructor and the student to know, yes, this class time is over, and the next teacher go to the next class. And in research time, yes, they have the time where they will find their lunch to have and what have you. At the end of the day, the parents that brought the kid have to be the one that will come for the kid. Sometimes if you have to send somebody, there is a card system that you give that card to the person and will make sure because there is a contact number of the parents. And if you who is responsible to come to receive that child, you don't come, we make a follow-up call to make sure that this person is from the home. And sometimes we make a follow-up even if you who's responsible to come for the child couldn't come and you send somebody, we make sure we make a follow-up call as to whether the child reached home. Because in between the campus and the home, anything could happen in there. So that is the drill from the morning hour until the children get back home. Every Friday, there are assignments given to them just to keep them busy during the weekend so that when they get back Monday, those assignments are looked at, reviewed, and move on according to the curriculum given by the Ministry of Education. And that's how we have been managing. Not every Friday, but every month we have a chapel service with them because both of let's say now I haven't noticed, I haven't been given the information that we have a Muslim student, but almost all of those kids are Christian. So we also make them, to get into the church, since they start the school, we have a chapel service and they also learn about the scripture and what have you. That's the routine for now we're having. And subsequently, as other program will be added, we'll be making those necessary adjustments.
Excellent, excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just walking you through the day. If you went on campus, and guess what? Just call. If you want to see for your own eyes what we are talking about, call. Before you leave, we'll give you the numbers in Liberia. In the U.S., if you want to get to them directly, you can do the 201 number. Is the area code, that's New Jersey, 9134. That's the New Jersey number. It's also the Zelle information. So I would prefer that you send your money through Zelle, so no percentage of it go to any corporation. But if you got access to, if you're comfortable with a GoFundMe account, please do so. That's good too. But if you want to send your money directly to the agency, so they don't incur any fees, the Zelle is the way to go. And the mission Zelle is 201-780-9134. That is the Zelle number when you send your money going directly into the account. Bishop, talk to us about some of the work that you're doing in the area in the United States.
Well, we have a branch of us in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
We have a branch of us in South Jersey. We also have a branch in Newark. And then we have a branch in Brooklyn, which is our central location.
Right.
The branch in South Jersey is a bigger branch. And the one in Newark is a newer branch. And we are trying to develop that as well. And all of these branches come together to support the work in Liberia. So right now we have one missionary there, Reverend Dr. Cooper, that the branches actually support her movements financially. Monthly, we raise funds from all of the branches in order to facilitate her moving back and forth from Cape Mount, Monrovia. We also have a land in Grand Bassa. Yeah. Yeah. We have Dr. Holt. Dr. Holt blessed us with almost 5 acres of land in Grand Bassa.
The late Dr. G. Franklin Holt?
Absolutely.
Wow.
He said to me, and I'm praying to get to it, he said, whatever you're doing, I want you to duplicate over here in Bassa.
Mm-hmm.
But that has been extremely challenging because some individual claiming ownership to the land, and we got that we got it in court. Somebody tried to steal the property from us, but Dr. Holt family has the grandfather deed, and so that is in litigation. And we hoping that as God blesses us, we should be able to extend or duplicate what we are doing over there in Grand Bassa as well. So in Grand Cape Mount, we have a church that constructed. We have about 8 acres of land. Right now, the church is on 3 acres. And you kind of gave me an idea once you spoke about farming and all that stuff. So I'm going to move forward so that we can actually get the 5 acres probated, get the director who's in charge, get that probated so we can start looking at farming and trying to find means to self-help on the work in that location as well. So most definitely, this is where we are. And over here, as we can have it, we're not rich, and everything we do is coming from personal contributions to the work in Liberia. And we come a long way. We have extended the organization, and thank God, my brother-in-law, Dr. Kennedy, saw our effort and said, man, this is great, and I will commit to it and push it so that it can become not just something small, but that it became something greater, that we can actually impact the Liberians in Liberia. To make a long story short, my thing is, it's like we cannot impact the entire Liberia, but the subset of the Liberians that we will meet, we want to give them quality services quality services that's affordable and that will produce a futuristic benefit for them. And in so doing, we come back again soliciting your effort so that we can make this successful, so it can be another story that there are Liberians with true godly heart to develop other Liberians. These are our goals.
Excellent, excellent. Well, my brother was a chief surveyor in Grand Bassa. We got land. He gave me 5 acres right there by the flour mill. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this land, but if you want to build on it, I can, we can partner and you can have it tomorrow if you want. It's there. The land is there. I'm not doing anything with the land. I mean, it's just there.
Okay.
So if you have somebody in the Buchanan area, I will give you, you go to my brother's house, you will see the deed and everything. Go out there and see if you want to use it. Call me and let's start doing some work on it because the land is just there, 4 acres.
Amen. Pastor Sonny?
You're on mute.
Yep.
Oh, he's on mute? Pastor Sonny?
No, I unmute myself. Yeah, Bishop.
Okay. Pastor Sonny, did you hear the Honorable Dr. Gayman?
Oh, yeah. I started clapping for him already.
Oh, I ain't doing nothing yet. You clapping. My favorite politician in Africa was the late Obafemi Awolowo. When he go on his campaign, the people will start cheering and clapping and say, why you cheering? Why you clapping? I have not done anything. He said, but the last time Obasanjo was here, you were clapping. The other people, you were clapping. You just clap all day for, you have not done anything. So you say, after our project is done, then you can clap for me. So, Mr. Sonia, I want you to go to Buchanan. After the show, I will give you other information. Go and check it out. If it's something that you guys like, then we can start clapping. But for now, don't clap. I ain't doing nothing yet.
Amen.
Praise God. Praise God.
Yes.
Another school, another church.
Yes.
If there's our mission is, if there's a church, there must be a school.
It has to be.
That's right. That's right.
Who supports the church? It has to be educated folks, people who can afford to do this. And when you are building a school and you don't have a farm to support the feeding program, you are wasting a lot of money.
Yeah.
You could be purchasing from yourself. Cassava, even if you get plenty of cassava, a huge cassava farm.
Yeah.
Now they got packaging, they got storage. You can do a lot of stuff with cassava.
Yeah.
That's less money you have to spend on food.
Yeah.
So if you were to plant banana and all these things, you are not you buying from yourself. So you're saving a lot of money because now all the food you buying is going to the Indian, the Lebanese, and all of those folks. So you guys should really look into the cash crops, things that you can harvest in the past 6 months and stuff to help feed the program. Feeding is a lot. I know this because I do it. It costs a lot of money. But Doctor, I mean, you guys are doing a great job, and I'm impressed.
All right. So, Reverend Sonin, that's your mission there. It's your responsibility to be in touch with Dr. Gayman. I know we're having struggle with our Bassa place, but hey, listen, God is still in control. I would say take advantage of this, reach out to Brother Gayman, and let us see how we can become completely extensive. But Dr. Dr. Kennedy, we got work to do, sir.
With me, man. Wherever you put in a check, so long I can cash it.
All right. Good. Thank you. Thank you.
Let me thank you for reminding me about Brother Cole. May his soul rest in peace. Great, one of the most brilliant human beings I've ever met.
I'm telling you.
Professor Kennedy, I'm not saying nothing against you, but that gentleman was sharp.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Jerome, I tell you this, I never saw that guy study. But when they put the honor roll list up as St. Patrick, the guy didn't go there to go see like he was on the honor roll. He wanted to go see if he was number 1 or number 2 in the school. I never seen the guy study, but the guy, you know, he went to Columbia, got PhD and all that stuff. The guy was smart as you can possibly think, my man.
I'm telling you,
don't
dude.
think I'm smart. I'm not smart. That guy was highly intelligent. Highly intelligent. Number 1 or number 2 in St. Patrick. All he wanted to go see whether he was on that list.
Wow.
That's good. That's good, guys. We're getting off track here because we're doing Oliver Soccer. Thank you for tuning in from Accra, Ghana. That's great, guys. Listen, let's do some good. You not cost CDC that cost you your back and forth, but you heard something about Mr. Moroba, what he did. That's what we are talking about. You say his name is Moroba, right? The gentleman that built the fence.
Joe Moroba, the guy who everybody been talking about building the Forehead Project.
Okay.
I made a phone call to that guy. The guy ran out to the school, and Pastor Sonny can attest. You know, he ran out to the school, brought his entire crew, and the first thing he did was he called me. He said, "Look, Larry, the students then when they step out of the school, the main road is right here. It's not safe." He said, "We need to put a fence up right away." I said, "Okay." So I'm thinking, is this how much it's going to cost the school? He said, no. He said, you know, we do a lot of charity work in Liberia. I said, wow. So Joe, next thing I know, boom, he ran out there. He fenced the entire school, put the entire fence. And then when he was traveling the last time he came here, he said he's going to help to start building the next level on the school.
Good.
So I was like, man, this is a blessing. You know, the church is definitely blessed to do that. And, you know, it's that whole thing about, you know, surely goodness and mercy shall follow you. What's that? Psalm 36, Psalm 6, something like that.
Psalm 23.
Psalm 23, verse 6.
Somebody's fire alarm just went off.
Okay. So that's the importance of doing good. And in fact, I want to say this. I know there are people out there who are interested in starting a nonprofit 501c3 in America. You probably have been struggling trying to do it, or you probably been trying to submit a grant request, but you don't know how to go about doing it. Tell you what, if you were to sponsor maybe 2 or 3 students at UCAC, I would personally help start your nonprofit in America and help you file for your first grant. And if you sponsor 4 kids, I can help you start your 501c3, help you get your first grant, and build your website for you. So that way there we can do a little bit of exchange.
Yeah.
You sponsor some children in Liberia. I will help you continue your work by helping you file your 501c3 right here in the United States, get your EIN, your tax ID number, and get the whole thing rolling for you. So something that will cost you thousands of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
Just sponsoring 2 to 3 kids at UCAC. I'll be able to do it for you just for sponsoring 3 kids at UCAC. So if you want to take up that challenge, reach out to me.
Yeah.
You can find me on Facebook. I will drop my UCAC email address in here. You can shoot me an email.
Well, listen, we going back to the old day. We are battering now.
That is correct. Finance 101.
You give me cassava, I give you rice. You give me something, I give you something. So we are battering. And Ayo, listen, Yvonne, I told you yesterday that Florida was the best state. Now you're telling me Hawaii. Listen, I'm going to block you. She said she's in Hawaii and it is beautiful weather, always in the 70s. Listen, I don't have to go all the way to Hawaii, man. I'm in Florida. That's what it is. But yes, guys, thank you very much. Let's do this. This is great for us to do, for good people to get together and do good.
Yes.
You go have been somewhere on gossiping, chewing somebody's bone, but you chose to be here to do good. And you know, we usually beat on government officials. Once you work in government, we say you're corrupt, you can steal. Listen, there are some good people out there. Don't say, you know, I want to do good for the church, but I don't want to say that government money I still no. That's not what we are saying. From the goodness of your heart, if you see something and you want to help, do it. Do it for Liberia, do it for the children. I'm not saying you should go steal the people money and say, I wanted to go do it for children. No, no, no. Some of you are wealthy already. You're doing very well. Listen, when I met the bishop, we were in our 20s. We were running around in Newark. Look, I'm 65 now.
Man.
Okay? God's grace. So why not? You know, you can't take it with you.
No.
You can't.
No. So
yeah, go ahead, Doc.
Okay, well, this is so wonderful. And also to as a support to this network, we will encourage you all, because people will be donating, and we will want you all to also allot time for us to give them update of what has been accomplished. I think this is going to be one that will bring a level of transparency that people will see and know that whatever they're giving is going towards achieving the greater good. And so maybe at another time, as time goes on, certain intervals, we can come back and show this is what your donation accomplished. This is where we are, and this is what we do. I think whenever we let people see results, it encourages them. So I will encourage this platform at some time come and give us that, allow us to come and give you the result of what people have contributed. So people would like to see. And whenever people are also in Liberia, we will encourage you to just go ahead and take a peek, take a look at the location and what is happening, see what your $1, $2 has accomplished. So I would like to pass this on, and also to Dr. Kennedy. I think this would be a good way that we can be extremely transparent.
Well,
absolutely.
When we are doing business, don't do business with hungry people.
I know that.
Dr. Kennedy is not hungry. The bishop is not hungry. His wife, these are accomplished people. They're giving back, so you know they're not hungry. So we are here to enhance what, because when they started anything way back then, we had absolutely nothing. But it was a dream. A bishop talked about the church that you all came from that had a great musical program in Monrovia. How do you call the church?
Greater Refuge Temple.
Greater Refuge Temple. Listen, if you were in Newark in the 80s, you hear nothing else. But I said, listen, man, I'm from Eliza Turner. They said, what? Come on, it's a Greater Refuge Temple. And they had everything. They had, any church that has music, okay? If you have good music, you can mask bad preaching. That I know. Those guys have music. They could sing. I mean, Erasmo is just awesome choir director. And this guy, he thinks and walks music. So this thing started way back, but they stuck with it. Dr. Kennedy, they stuck with it. And look how far they have come. So where is the main campus? The first one, the main one.
For Refuge Temple?
No. I'm not, the main campus. Anybody who is in Monrovia, they wanted to visit the main campus. Where is
Oh, that's Smythe Road. It's on Smythe Road, behind near Joba, near the Old British School.
Okay.
In Gate Town. You cannot miss that. Landmark would be the Old British School, because the church and the school is right in front of the Old British School. So you come where they got Old Joba, where they got Joba, and you can find the area. Now, I want to encourage those of you that are on this platform tonight, whenever you're in Monrovia, go ahead, take a look, see for yourselves. See that this is no gimmick. This is where you can actually put your hand forward to help somebody. And At the end of it, if you need something for your tax return, we are bona fide 501(c), and we can provide you with documentations for your tax purpose. So we encourage you that we are legitimate and we are about doing God's business, helping our brothers and sisters.
Great. Sarah, let me welcome Johnny. Johnny, welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Gayman, and happy to see everybody on the show. And thank you to all of those who are following to listen and learn from this platform. Thank you.
Great. Whenever I'm in Monrovia, I call Johnny. Johnny knows everywhere in Liberia. So, Johnny, you know the old British school?
Yeah, I know that environment. I know the British school. You take the road from the around the total gas station. Now you go further down the deep curve, you turn left.
That's correct.
The next train will be right, and you get to the British school.
You see what I told you? This man here, there's nowhere in Liberia doesn't know. So when I'm in Monrovia, I got my own GPS. My own GPS is right. everywhere I go, Johnny takes me. Sarah, when will you be in Liberia?
I gotta tell you, I gotta be strategic. The people now they don't trust me. I gotta be
come on.
I'm about to Liberia right now on this platform.
Listen, we got two men of God here who will bless you. They will protect you. You don't have to worry about anything.
Mr. Gayman, do nothing to me.
So, Bishop Edith, Bishop Deline, talk to us about your services. When is it, and how can we follow your streaming?
We come on Sunday, and most of the time, we use Facebook to actually live stream our services. And mostly it will come from my Facebook account. And at time, my wife will also share that too. You'll find me on Emerson the Line, and you will see our services being streamlined on Facebook.
Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see dynamic preaching, you want to hear some testimony, you have to turn in to listen to Bishop Emerson DeLine preach on Sundays. If you are in church and you want to catch it later on, just tune in. You talk about powerful preaching. That's this man. I follow him, and so should you. But let me go to Johnny. Johnny, how's Monrovia doing? I know you guys been busy. Bring us up to speed. What's happening in Monrovia? I know you're in the Dopoh Road area. I don't know where Dopoh Road is, but you're in Dopoh Road.
Yeah, Monrovia is calm today. From my end, I stay all my day in the Pinsville block. It's been raining, on and off. But it's okay. There's no trouble. The temperature is good. No sun, no much sunshine today. We have rainfall up to this evening. And Monrovia is peaceful. Everybody is excited that there's peace in the country, even though some people don't have means of getting some of their food today to eat. But even though some people are still struggling to get ends meet. But, God is for everybody. God is for everybody. So everybody's surviving by the blessing of God.
Amen. Excellent. Thank you. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, our Zelle number is still up. The Zelle information for the mission is 201-780-9134. I'm going to be working with Dr. Kennedy, and I'm going to have my 265 into him to make sure that one child gets a whole year tuition paid and get fed for the whole year. So we're going to make sure that happens. I'm going to be talking to some of my staff here. If I can get one of them to join me, we'll pick up 2 kids. But yes, everybody can do something. If you can't do the tuition, you can do the feeding, or you can do part of it. It doesn't matter. You don't have to do the whole thing. $20, $50, $25. That's fine. You can do that. And I think they have option too, where you can do a recurring, If you want to do $25 every month, you can do that. So you don't have to come up with the whole thing out of pocket. If you want to do $50 every month, $10 every month, it is going towards helping a child. So they have all these options for you. The Zelle is right here, 201-780-9134. You are doing good. And when you are in Monrovia or you got relatives in Monrovia, send them to the British Old School so they can go and see for yourself. So we're not selling you pig in a bag. You go to the British Old School, you will see the place, go in there, talk to the security, ask for Honorable Sonny, and go in there and check it out for yourself, and then come back here and tell us. So you can convince other folks that there are good people in Liberia and the United States doing well for our people. It's not all about politics. It's not all about gossip. We know, listen, the juicy gossip is all right, but someday you got to do good. Johnny, we're trying to do good.
Yeah,
when you were small and I was small, we didn't have that kind of opportunities. People didn't help us.
No, Mr. Gayman, I'm so happy to hear about this because I have been doing this over like 2 years on my own through some of my former colleagues that I work with at the Carter Center. So currently, I have 2 colleagues in the Atlanta area that I spoke to help a family in Monrovia that I see, I know they're really in need. Okay, there's a lady who normally passes around selling these, like peanuts and things. And I spoke to her once and said she has a child that I think around 2 years, the child got burned from fire and she's struggling to get a child in school. So I said, well, I don't have the means, but I got friends. I will talk to Uncle. During our work days, we always talk about humanitarian work. So I shared the information with my 2 colleagues. One of them has agreed to start to, in fact, they are paid 2 years now. It's going to spend 2 years. They are paying for the late child school fee. And the other one is also paying twins school fee also in Monrovia in the SDA school. So by hearing this from the Reverend Dylan and my brother Kennedy, I'm so excited, even though I don't have an organization, but for me, normally when I see people in a situation that I know they need help, then I can help them find someone who can help them. So I was able to identify those 2 former colleagues of mine in the US in the Atlanta area, and they have shown a willingness to help every school year to pay for those 3 children. One is paying for the twin school fee, and the other one is paying for the little child that was burned, while I think they were on a farm or somewhere, and the child went to the fire and got burned. So I'm happy to hear what's happening. I don't know how I can be a member or be a partner to this endeavor, but I just thought to express this so that my brother Kennedy and the team there can consider what I'm talking about and see how we can collaborate or how we can do together. But it's good. These are things that you do to call you a patriotic person and a patriotic citizen, because you look up for those that are in need. You give them everything. For me, I'm not a regular church-going person. I mean, let me be very clear. I'm not a regular church-going person, but I have the 99.9% of my life on humanitarian activities, because I have seen a lot of things about Liberia. I've seen people struggling in this country over the last 15 plus years. I've gone through the length and breadth of Liberia. I mean, people are struggling in this country. That's why sometimes when I'm talking about my government business, I can get so angry with the way our people are doing things here, because I feel that everyone on earth need to have good life to live. This is where God has given us to live. We should live it good until the day God calls us. But you can be born in hard time, live in hard time, and die in hard time. Problem, but I'm happy that this is going on, and we pray that God will continue to bless those that are helping those that are in need, to get over with what they are facing as challenges or difficulties. I mean, if you educate a child, you are doing well for Liberia. Even if you just educate one person in this country, if every one of us can contribute to us helping a child that is struggling with a parent that does not have the means, I think we'll all help to build Liberia and make it Liberia have a better future. So thank you, Reverend Dylan, Brother Kennedy, and the rest of the team that are involved with this thing. I really can work together to do more for Liberian people, and even those across the borders of Liberia.
Amen.
Excellent, guys. Listen, I was well, 2 or maybe 3 years or so ago, I was scrolling, on Facebook, and there's a gentleman I think his last name is Weir. He's on Freedom FM. He was driving somewhere and he saw a family in need. And this guy had two beautiful girls. And this little girl was so smart. And they're asking, where is this child going to school? And he said, my friend said, this girl, everybody says she's smart, but because I don't have any money, so I'm just keeping her home. I'm keeping the two girls home. And it touched my heart, so I called Mr. Weir on True, it was, no, not True FM. Is that True FM? Freedom FM. So I call, I say, I want to talk to the parents. So I said, can I adopt your daughter? You are being recorded. And the man just broke down and started crying. So I took that little girl, they live in Brewerville, told them to go find a school. And I did not want to send the money to the family. So the principal got on the phone with me and signed a contract. Every year I send the entire year tuition, and then I send her $25 a month for allowance. And that little girl today, when you see her, I went to Liberia for the first time, I saw her. Everybody said, you know her? I said, no, I never met her before, but to see that this girl is doing this well,
wow.
It makes you feel good. It doesn't have to be your family member. It doesn't have to be anybody you are associated with, but just randomly doing good.
Yes.
Okay? Sometimes she called me, she said, Daddy, how you doing? I said, I'm not, don't call me Daddy because my wife is not a Liberian. when she hear that, so she
another
she would say,
that'll be another wahala.
Yes, exactly. In Liberia, you go to you go in there and somebody, because everybody calls you Dad.
Yes.
So I have to tell her, I say, it's the courtesy, it's the culture. Anybody that is older than you, if they're your children's children, they call everybody Dad and Mom. That's why they're about to see this happening. So I'm looking forward to seeing another child, most likely a girl, that I'm going to be helping through this UCSC, so we all can do the best we can to see to it that, the most oppressed part of our society are the women, the girls. And I'm talking about all the tribes in Liberia. Some in the Southeast, we are doing better with our girls, but most part of Liberia, the people do not educate women. Yep. I'm talking about, and I'm going to put them on the spot. I'm talking about Lofa, Bong, Nimba, Magibi, Bomi, Cape Mount. These places, it's getting better.
Where is your statistic now? What's your data?
I know this. I live in, remember, I live in Cape Mount, Bomi. I grew up in it.
Man, you're talking things.
You see,
okay.
You see, I'm putting you on the spot now. You're talking because I grew up in Minor River, and I grew up in Bomi during the LMC days. I know when you go to the typical Golo family, and you have a boy and a girl, they will send the boy to school, and the girl will stay home. Same thing with the 5 people. That I know. So if it pays you, or send all the girls to school.
Okay.
Yeah, that's send all your girls to school. and when you go to Bassa, we are better, but it's still there. You go in the villages, they will send the boys to school. They would rather have an all-boys school real quick than an all-girls school. They're doing very well, but they still got a way to go. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are going to adopt, make sure you adopt a girl. Insist that if you're going to adopt 2 kids, make sure the first is a girl and then a boy, because most likely the boy's parent will do all they can to make sure he carry that name. That's just a fact, okay? So, guys, let us do. We got about 30 more minutes on this. Let us continue to do this, and it's not going to end. We're going to relieve the families because, the Friday, they got to get ready for church tomorrow. I mean, Sunday, Sunday school and all the other stuff. But we'll be saying this all next week. I'm going to continue. Dr. Kennedy, let's make sure that we remind our folks all next week that this is very important to us, that people donate. If you are on the ground, we will take anything. If you have contact, we enter the building material stores, and you are a government official, you want to donate 10 bags of cement, you want to, whatever, we'll take it. You don't have the cash, we'll take the material. Just call the numbers, tell you where to drop it off. If you can't drop it off, we'll pick it up from your store.
Mm-hmm.
We will pick it up from your store, and we will take care of the rest. Cement, sand, crushed rock. And if you can do well, we will take the well too. But that's how it. Yeah, Sister Deline, talk to us about your own vision. What is it you want to see 5 years from now?
Ooh, 5 years from now, I want to see that most of the children that we are educating now, that they have a clear path towards their future. So 5 years from now, when we look back, we want to say, oh, thank God that these children were given the opportunity. They were given that foundation. Because with anything, a foundation, if you don't have a strong foundation, you will not succeed. It will break down. So we want to look back 5 years from now and say, yes, these children have a strong foundation and they're moving forward. And in turn, also, we want to see that they also will be able, or their parents, will be able to help others to accomplish the same thing that they have accomplished. And so we just want to just thank God that for this platform that we're able to initiate something that will help. As I heard you talking to Sister Sarah about the girls, we also have the dignity program that we're initiating, because a lot of times, and this is also through statistics, it shows that a lot of the girls at a certain age, they don't want to go to school because they're being teased, because they're going to school not having the proper hygiene, and so we have this dignity fund that we are also initiating for the school, so the children will be able to get at least deodorant and lotion and the female hygiene items to help them as they grow up. So these are things that we are working towards. So once again we continue to thank everyone, all of your listeners, everyone, for their assistance, for their help. We can't do this by ourselves, so that's why we're calling on you to help us.
Great. Dr. Kennedy, God's willing, this group, the cohort system you have, let's say for high school, right? When would be the realistic expectation of the first graduation high school? We are 7th grade now, so that 5 years from now?
5 years from now.
Yeah, so I mean, the challenge is completing the rest of the school. And this is why some of the major contractors on the ground, including Mr. Joe Mobile, who I can't say thanks enough to the work that he's been doing in the background. He's been providing a lot of services for the school. And, one of the things that hopefully we can do, even before the students are graduating, I want to see if I can get at least maybe 10 to 12 young kids between the age, mixed up between boys and girls, and kind of teach them a little bit of IT services, right? Teach them how to be like virtual assistant, right? Even teaching them how to build websites, how to do a little bit of data analytics, but actually teach them, because you can find a job if you have internet access and a computer anywhere in the world. Things have changed. So part of my work that I'm hoping to do when we get the whole STEM program in place with UCAC is to start teaching IT services. We have an agreement in place with Microsoft Corporation, where we have access to a lot of IT-related equipment. One of the first things we're lucky and blessed to receive was a grant from Microsoft Corporation. So Microsoft has given us access to a lot of technologies. We also have access to other organizations that can give us, computers, laptops, and things like that. So hopefully within the next maybe a year, 2 years or so, I want to see if I can get the first cohort of young kids and start teaching them. I know the president was doing his own little IT thing, but the goal here for UCAC is not just teach it, but at the end of the day, to show you how to get a job in what we call the gig economy, right? You get a little gig over here, a little gig over there. And I can definitely show you how to do that. And I can put young people to work right away through this work we're doing with UCAC. So that's part of the long-term goal. I'll say short to medium-term goal to actually, partner with other people on the ground. The city commissioner, I think, Mr. Jones Williams, not only he's the deputy mayor, city commissioner, he has agreed to partner with UCAC. I'm also reaching out to some folks over here in Houston, Texas, to see if we can do some partnership, try to get a lot of American invested in and partnering with UCAC. So there's a lot of things we want to do, but at the end of the day, having the foundational education, but getting a job, especially as they start getting a little bit older, into your teens and stuff. I want to show them how they can get a job. Even sitting in Liberia, you can get an IT-related job if you have the right skills that people are looking for. So, look, Mr. Gayman, man, I'll tell you, what Doc Peabody said early on, let's do a lot of partnership. UCAC has been around. When I saw some of the videos of the young kids over there, I was like, man, that used to be me when I was growing up.
Yeah.
That used to be me. No one over here on this platform can say, as a kid growing up in Liberia, at one time or another, you weren't hungry sitting in class, unless you came from a privileged family. But me, I was kind of bad at it. I would get my bus money. I would go sit on Akala with it, and I would walk like 10 miles to go home. Yeah, I would eat all my bus money, man. So, when Reverend Sonny talked about the feeding program, I was like, man, the feeding program, I won't be eating my bus money like that. So the children, you have a choice. What UCAC is doing is important. And I really, really appreciate TCA, And Johnny Moe, when Johnny was here in the States, and he sat with me in a car with the same Joe Mobile guy. And the guy promised to do some connectivity with us to try to help us with anything on the ground. So Johnny, one of the things we're looking for is people to volunteer and partner with us. So if you're willing to volunteer and partner with us, I would like to take your name, put it down in the database, and then we can connect, and then we can see how we can leverage your skills, partner with us, whether it's with fundraising, whether it's with doing, maybe writing some grants, maybe connections on the ground, anything, we're willing to partner. Go to the website, fill out the form, or reach out to me on Facebook. We want to bring you and have you partner with us. It doesn't necessarily always have to be money. Your skills can also be part of what we need on the team. So we're going to be setting up we have a YouTube channel, but we're going to be adding more videos of the kids so you can see the faces behind the people you're actually supporting. So Mr. Gayman, you're sponsoring a couple of students, 2 or 3 students. You're going to see a YouTube video of a day in the life of that student you're supporting. So so Sarah, you sponsoring your kids without the support of Jacob Jala, you definitely going to be able to see.
Yeah, her baby boy is Joma Jala.
Joma Jala.
Joma Jala as well.
Yeah, Joma Jala.
In kindergarten. Joma Jala in kindergarten.
That Joma Jala webcam target me on Facebook.
No, the Joma Jala we're talking about is in kindergarten.
Kindergarten, what are you talking about? Kindergarten. So definitely, partner with us. And everybody in the ground, please go and take a look at the school. We had a presentation earlier. We showed the school. We showed the fencing. Pastor Reverend Sonia was. I like the fact that he's giving us a voice from the ground.
Yes.
He's on the ground. He's seeing it.
Yes.
He's telling us, look, we need a hand pump. You know, we don't have the pipes and everything. We need a hand pump. He's telling us, look, we need solar panels. You know, so I'm reaching out to folks over here to see how we can get solar panels on the school. Maybe even a portable solar panel or anything. But those are the things that when you do this thing, you will get blessed. I'm telling you, you will absolutely get blessed.
Amen.
You know, don't think that, oh, I do this thing, I get nothing in return. No, your blessing will definitely come to you. It will definitely come to you. So please, we encourage you to partner with us. Reach out to our Reverend Sonia in Liberia. Talk to Pastor Ivy Cooper when she's back in La Monrovia, you know, and work with us. So it's like, amen. We here, my man. What we'll do is to catch them to come to the show. We'll start all the tabata. We'll talk all the politics. That's just that they come to the show. Then we hit them up and tell them what to make.
Yes, because listen, Johnny. Hopefully, Dr. Kennedy, before you leave, let's give Johnny's number to Pastor Sony. I want you guys, and both of you are on the ground. You can connect and start networking, working together, and see how we all can make something happen. Like I said, Johnny is very resourceful. He has been on the ground everywhere in Liberia. And the Carter Center did an excellent job for the amount of years they were there, and he was the engine behind that. So you guys need to connect so
Yes.
we can see. Johnny, I also want to, if you're having an event, I want my folks, I'll give you the name of somebody from the embassy to come and be a keynote speaker and see how we can connect from there. Because she's the nerve center of most of the stuff that's happening in the country. So when you guys are ready, I will definitely make sure. Dr. Kennedy, I will make that possible.
Yeah, but thank you so much. Let me say one very critical and important thing real quick. I definitely want to thank Chief Tomalin. I want to thank Sylvester Pewee. Because those guys, they sit in the background sometimes. You don't see the work that they're doing. Sylvester, a very generous guy. Chief Tomalin, very, very generous guy. I know if he could be here, he was going to be here and give us 110% support.
You know, his daughter is graduating, so there's a lot of activities going on.
Yeah, exactly. And then, you know, the director of our fundraising, the director for the fundraising for UCAC mission, Mrs. Eliza Simpson, very prominent in the church. And when we have our meetings, Reverend Joseph Simpson, very prominent guy. These are the people who built the school. They were there long before I came along. You know, it set all the foundation, you know. So I just wanted to give them a big thanks. You know, Dawn's been taking a lot of the pictures. She's on the ground. She's been taking a lot of the pictures. She and her daughter, they take a lot of the pictures that we sent. So like I said, teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Yeah.
So without the team, none of this stuff is possible. None of this stuff is possible. So we're trying to build a solid team. And when we all work together, we can get a whole lot done.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But when we start fighting and tearing each other down with the whole, you know, crab syndrome, nothing gets done, right? So I'm going to send Mr. Johnny's number over to you right now, and I'll swing it back over to you, Mr. Gayman. And don't mention that name again, Jala. We don't want to hear it in here.
Yes. Joseph, well, Kenneth, thank you very much for your contribution, man. It is much appreciated. Every little bit helps. Listen, one of the things that we're gonna do before they come back the next time to give us an update. Usually when we do our fundraiser, we usually have a goal. We set a goal. Our goal is to have 10 kids adopted today or 20 families adopted. We will set our goal and then we'll come. Then we'll see how far we have come to see. Okay, we wanted 10 kids to be sponsored. We were able to get 5. So we know we did 50%. But today is just the intro. We never set any goal. It happened because we wanted to give some help. And Johnny, you are the ultimate networker. I want you to get with Mr. Sonia on the ground because testimonials are very important when people hear you. We may, at some point, we may send the TCA crew out there, you know, to go out there and do a show from out there to show the folks what is it that we're doing. Because it's not all about making contribution to your favorite candidate, you know, and all that. If you make a contribution to a child, everybody wins. It's not seasonal. It's not where after the campaign is over. No, you are contributing. There's something the American people call pay it forward.
Yes.
Okay. I do good to you, and you come by and say, my man, for what you did for me, you know, this for you. Say, no. Give it to somebody else. Do good to somebody else. Because Dr. Kennedy doesn't need a bottle of beer for you to come and buy it, not me or Sarah. Go ahead and do good for somebody else. We're just paying it forward. Give it to somebody else. Do good to somebody else. So that's why if somebody has helped you down the line, this is the time for you to pay it forward. I know, like I was telling you guys, everybody asking you for contribution. We are all stretched thin, real thin. But there is still a little bandwidth to do a little more. That's what we are asking. If you can't do it today, just make sure that you take down this number. Just screenshot this number, 201-780-9143. And you can send your money quarterly. You can send help monthly. If you want them to give you a specific child, so you can follow that child all the way through, that's fine too.
Mm-hmm.
So that child can call you and call you daddy. These are all the children. These are some of the children. I mean, they talk about 115 kids. Look how beautiful they are in the uniform. And the uniform comes free. Yes. Once you pay, their tuition is all inclusive. They get a uniform, they look nice, they get recess. You see
the fence? You see the fence? That is an important fence right there, Mr. Joe Mobile put up for us. Very important fence.
Can you just imagine all the predators that are going around? Okay, molesting children. Just that little barrier, it protects them from intruders. And then, like he was saying, they are so close to the road. You know, when the children playing football or basketball, and the ball bounces, the first thing they do is just run for the ball. They don't even look left or right. And motorcycle can run over there and car can hit them. So that fence is very important. And we want to say, Mr. Moroba, wherever you are, hopefully you are listening. Look at the fencing here. This is an awesome barrier.
Yes.
Between the outside element and these kids.
And it stops people from dumping on the school ground. You see the dump?
What's that?
And you look at it. You look at the only donkey.
Is that trash?
They do other stuff there too.
That's trash.
The trash is the least of your problem. The people could be They could be chunking their plastic barefoot or feces all over the place while the kids are over there.
Yeah.
So that fence is very important.
Very important fence. So, you know, Musan's group, man, you hear all the tabata about, this, that. Look, man, I'm not into the politics like that. I just want to help the kids. So when the man said he was coming out there to do this, I couldn't believe it. The man ran out there, boom, entire crew, cheering it out there with shoulder, the iron. Look, it was absolutely beautiful. And it was just a blessing. It was just a blessing.
Amen.
This is not, look at the fence. The fence is awesome. So we are building.
Professor Kennedy, you politics now.
The men are businessmen. When you in business, all you see is green. You don't care where it comes from. It's just
I'm a capitalist.
I hear you, Prof. I hear you.
Yeah. So this is beautiful, man, to see this family. So more about wherever you are. I don't know you, but I think kudos to you. This is great. This is
Who is Mr. Mobile, the guy that built for you, Marshall?
Yeah. The gentleman who got a contract. So we're building Cloud Expand School to grade 12 through the Bridge to 12 campaign, one grade at a time. We're paying tuition for every student for the 26-27 school year. So no child is turned away.
Our children have to be educated by fire, by force.
Oh yeah, because if you don't educate them, $150, that's a full tuition for a year for a child. And then $115 for feeding if you want that child to be fed all throughout the year. It's a one-shot deal. You do it in January, you gotta do it again till next year, January. So you know that child is set to go. If you do it in June,
I hope your own school will be different because most of the schools that other people have in the children just going there, some of them can't even read and they charge so much, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
But you got
hopefully your curriculum will be, you know, better, way better. And
all these people are from Cali. All these people are from Cali school, so you know they know what they're doing. All the teachers are know that they're from Cali school. They're not from your Cape Man school.
Oh God.
But ladies and gentlemen, this lady is one sharp girl.
Professor Kennedy, you and your team, thank you so much.
Sarah Dopoh is a sharp woman from Torgbean High School. She's a real Cardinal. She's a fighter. So don't mess with her. I think when you see her,
dancing with me, they say, "Not mess with me."
Yeah,
I hear you.
She's from Torgbean High School. I think she know a little bit about burgundy and all that stuff. She's a their uniform was similar to this, right? Sarah?
Yeah.
There you go. So that should encourage you to do more.
Oh, this girl is so pretty. Oh my God.
She salutes. She says salute. Yes.
Yeah, she's saluting too.
Yes.
She's reporting for duty.
It's so cute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag and all that stuff.
These are future leaders here. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Don't have to give them the right foundation.
Yes, that's all.
She's one of our youngest. A uniform, a size 2B, a salute, and the whole future ahead of her. Absolutely. Future is bright.
Yeah.
She started off on the right track.
Yeah.
Her parents would have put her in the street selling chips. She's in school.
You still want to drag the team into politics? Let's lead the team.
No, listen. When you in Monrovia, everywhere you go, I don't know how much they made from selling chip and chocolate. That's what I want to know.
I don't about now. Everybody will be off the street.
Yeah, how much do you make from chocolate?
Hello, Mr. Gayman, me just come in. Look, I think this initiative, I mean, this is just a drop of water in the ocean.
Yes.
That's why it is to me. Because as I look at the little children here, and my mind's running way back there in Barabo, in Grand Cru, my mind running back there in Sino, in Riverty, in Cape. I mean, I'm just thinking, how those children that I've interacted with those, do they have? I wish they would have the kind of opportunity that we have today with those children on the old road across the country, so that no child is left behind.
That's
true. I mean, every child, despite what are their parents' condition, whatever, because they all have a role to play for the rebuilding and the success of Liberia in the future. So every child needs to have access to education. I mean, not just education, but quality education. No matter where they live, no matter what happens to them, whether they are party, yellow party, whatever party, they need to have the same opportunity. So I'm just wondering here, this is just 150 students. There are thousands of them that are, some of them, they have never seen classroom one day. Some of them, they go to classroom, they just go there for an hour, maybe from around 10, by 11, 12 o'clock, they go home, no teacher to teach them. You know, it's really a lot of education problem with that facing the country with regard to the future of Liberia. So I think the blessing that these people have put together to offer the young people and looking for more money, I am praying and hoping that we can have more for the trumpets that will come and see how we can even extend this program nationwide in the near future. Because there are many young children between the age 5 to 15 that are, I don't call that school. Seriously, in the rural part, they go to one classroom. How can you have first grade, second grade in one classroom? You know? Yes, I mean, those are things that happen. They are prevalent in the country. They are not just isolated cases. In my own hometown, I was there 2 months ago.
The only way you say I believe it because you're on the ground, you know?
I always tell everybody here, I have no reason to lie about my country. I will say what I know, what I've seen. I'm not saying what is true. I'm saying what I have seen and what I know in this country. You know, so I'm sitting here thinking, how can this group have the resources available to make sure that they can provide the kind of support to almost all our young people that don't have the opportunity to be in school. And I know there are thousands of them in every part of Liberia. Even right here in Monrovia, right in Monrovia. Why do you think you have all these small children going around doing all kind of help with their parents to get food home? Because the parents don't have the means, and they have to go help the parents to raise funds through these small settings. The second issue is I see a lot of small children carrying blind people around the country. A lot of small children, so that the girls, if you can help me when I see small girls around 9, 10, 12 with a blind mother or blind father in the street. I said, but the father should take care of you. The father is blind. How can a father protect this girl that is bringing the father out to come and beg? And we have some bad people in the country. So these are real social problems that I'm really thinking how this group can get involved with helping the country to take the young people from the street from carrying blind people to go beg. Every day, Dopoh Road Junction, EWA Junction, Ezikopo Road, on the road to Somalia Drive around the second junction with every intersection where they got traffic light. Now you see a group of blind people with small children begging to suffer. How can we address this problem? And I'm looking at this situation as I'm thinking about what Brother Larry and the team is doing. I'm wondering, God just need to do the miracle to provide the funding for them so they can expand their services to everywhere in this country, so we can try to keep our young people from being in the street or from doing anything from doing things that are not good for them. So it's just too, it's a heartbreaking thing that people in Liberia are trying to do something, but what they're trying to do is just like a minute portion. The problem is still there. The problem is still heavy. So but let's pray. I hope that since this is a strong Christian group, we can pray that we can have somebody with people will be led to find the necessary funding, some millions of dollars that will make the program to be expanded across the length and breadth of Liberia, so that we can actualize. We can see the actual benefit of what our vision is for Liberia.
Yeah, that's a good prayer. We got 13 more minutes to have the mother of the church, the CEO, the person that you're going to be holding responsible. Mrs. DeLine is here, somebody with whom I have associated all my adult life.
Yes.
People, we're talking about integrity. When she's talking about restoring dignity for young women.
Yes.
She doesn't want to go into details, but we all know sanitary pads is a serious issue.
Absolutely.
And there was I was listening to National Public Radio, and it said there was an organization in Liberia that was doing only sanitary pads. I was trying to see if I can get the information so we can partner with them.
Okay.
So they can hopefully they can actually help. And if my sister Julia Duncan Casella, I know you are watching, I want you to be a partner with this group. Mr. Kessler, you are out here doing some great things too. Myean Kessler, if you are watching, I know this is beyond your scope, but listen, all of you guys can help to make this happen. You know somebody who knows somebody. That's what it is. If you can't do it, but you know somebody who is doing it, bring them on board so we all can collaborate and make sure that this thing works, not for us, but for the children.
Yes.
Tomorrow when you go home, you can go and visit and see these kids. But this is a great thing. Mother, please give us your pattern. Well, let me read the information once more. This is the Zelle number. I prefer that you send the money to the Zelle. But GoFundMe is also good. You can go to GoFundMe and send it to them. That's beautiful, no problem. I'd rather do the Zelle because it goes directly into the account without a fee.
Right.
GoFundMe has a fee, whether 1% or 2%, whatever it is. They collect the money for you, they process it, and then there's a fee attached. So that if you send in the mission $20, before it gets to them, it's about $18. But if you send it directly to them, then they don't have to pay any fees for that. So either one of those methods will be good. We're not limiting you to anything. It is 201-780-9134. The next time we do this for them, we're going to have some some music from the church. We're going to have some, because I heard they got some great choirs out there. We want to hear some great music. We'd like to hear from the kids. I know they do some night recitations. We do a lot of stuff to entertain you, to make sure that what we are doing here, it is not a fluke. And they've been doing it for years.
Yep.
And they will continue to do so. You know, we're getting older now, so we have to have that plan, that succession plan. And the question everybody asks Mr. Gayman, what's going to happen if you are no longer here? And that's it's a difficult question. It's an easy question, but because we are afraid of death, like it's not going to happen. Well, you know it's going to happen. So why don't you talk about succession plans in advance? This is what we are talking about. So when you put your business in the hands of educated, trained, successful people, you expect nothing but excellence. So I know Mrs. DeLine very well. I know Mr. DeLine, Bishop DeLine. I know his brother. I know the family. Nothing but good people. I'm not surprised that they are giving back to Liberia. So yes, we are asking for nothing but excellence. Mother DeLine, your parting comment.
Okay, once again, I just, and I share this sentiment with my brother that's on the ground. That there's when you travel to Liberia, because 2 years ago we were there, Bishop, myself, and our grandsons were in Liberia, and the kids saw how some of the children were riding these bikes without helmets, and they were amazed. My grandma, why they, on the bikes with no helmets on? I said, because that's their only means of transportation. I had to explain to them, why it was like that. So, but these are some of the things we might consider minute, being that we are in the States and, we have access to transportation easily. But these are some of the things that hinder our children from even going to school. And what my brother was saying, that some of the kids are out there on the streets, and we did see that the kids were on the street selling, chiclet and how you call it, thing, planting chips and all that stuff, water, and the kids were like, but aren't they supposed to be in school? I said, well, maybe because it's summertime for them. Same thing like us, it's summertime also. I said, but during the course of the school year, this is some of the stuff that these kids do. So, we just want to just pray to God that we will get more people involved in the country, like what Brother Gayman said, we got to pay it forward. Somebody must have done something for us to get us where we are today. And we can't turn our backs on the other children that are there who cannot afford to get a meal, to get a hot meal, to be able to go to school and learn freely. So my parting words here, tonight is to just say thank you for each and every one that have taken up time from your busy schedule. Some of you, could have been on your prayer meeting tonight, which I was supposed to be on, but I told them that this was also important for me to be on here tonight. So I just want to say thank you ever so much. And whatever you can give to us, please don't hesitate. We look forward to hearing from you, and we will continue to update you as we go along. And let us just keep, Brother Larry in prayers. We thank God for the work that he's doing also for the organization. So I just want to say thank you ever so much. And may God bless each and every one of you.
Thank you very much, Mother. We are saying here the number. The number going to stay on here. We're going to keep reading it. And then we'll continue. The next time we meet here, we'll set a goal. And then we'll go from there, yes. At least the next time we meet, we want to see at least 10 kids sponsored from here. Yeah, that would be the goal the next time we meet. So, Mother, thank you very much. And I look forward to talking to you again.
Absolutely.
You can go back to your when you go on the prayer line. Make sure you pray for us.
Absolutely.
We need it.
Yeah, we all need a prayer. Thank you very much. You can now sign off.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Good night,
Look at that,
everyone.
you just sitting there with our phone. I don't know. I'm not calling no name, but
Thank you very much.
you paying attention.
All right, bye-bye.
Excellent. Guys, I know we got let's take the next 30 minutes to talk on Liberia, see what's happening. Johnny, bring us up to speed on what's happening on the ground. Sarah, what's trending? You would bring us up on the speed. What's trending? Social media.
Yeah, man. How about
Yeah.
what's trending?
I'm not. You see, I'm not saying anything bad. I just say what's trending. But Johnny, tell what's happening. What's the latest news in Liberia? Or what's happening there?
I think for my update, yesterday was the hearing of the hearing, from the Senate for the nominated chairperson for Election Commission. That was on yesterday. I think then last week we had this groundbreaking ceremony. I don't know why you have talked about that already on the show. For the
Okay.
What happened?
Johnny frozen.
Yeah, he's frozen. That's the
That is Starlink.
Yeah, the whatever they have there is not working. But yeah, Sarah, what's trending?
Well, some of the things that are not trending is this so-called noise about Unity Party and the bloggers passing around with what Weah did not do or what he did for football in Liberia. And we ourselves asking them, what has Barker done for agriculture in Liberia? He has his 1814 degree in agriculture. If you want to come, they say, well, if you come with equity, but he who comes with equity must come with clean hands. If you can't put your finger on somebody, make sure you yourself have done something. Okay. So, and another thing I saw trending was I think ANC suing the government for that 4-year mansion in Lofa. They want to know where the money came from because Waka said he didn't know from the beginning he didn't know about the whole project from the beginning. Now he got to know. He go in there, this and stuff like that. So now you know what happened to the money. Where it came from? Where did you get the money from to pay for mansion in Foya? I mean, it's not a bad thing, but tell where you got the money from. If the Liberian put money, is it for Liberian people or like your personal, stuff like that. Another thing I saw trending was the date. The date the real market. The old man was voted for Bwaka. She's crying. She said, Bwaka, I beg you, I voted for you. They're killing us. Please. They how they call him? The NCSS guy who can wear white coat suit to go to work. He need to go over there and go clear the day. Okay, so these are some of the. I mean, maybe Professor Larry knows some other things that training, but those are the things that caught my attention.
She's bad. She said a man wearing a white suit should go clean it.
White suit. I make it when
living in the field and then going to just imagine in Monrovia you wearing white suit like Talbot going to work. Ali Talbot was in a mansion, but you said a mayor. You are in the middle. You are in the middle of.
And Mr. Gayman, let me tell you another thing that's trending too. President Barkas, I think he just had his 20th cabinet meeting, and in the budget he had over 500,000 just for carrying the cabinet meeting. We haven't seen nothing, zero tangibles, zero impact. So why are you spending all the money for cabinet meeting alone? And the cabinet meeting budget alone is way more than hospital budget, redemption hospital budget, JFK budget. I'll post that on my page.
Yeah, I saw that. It is so
Professor Larry, he won't be part of politics, but we inside.
Yeah, I mean,
it
don't make any sense, but I don't know.
So I didn't hear you, Sharon, say it again.
No, I'm just saying some of the things don't make sense, but How can these smart guys?
And last but not the least, I posted the contract that the government like brought some with that company that's all go face the road to on the board, what else Cape Mount and some other place. I posted the contract in the chat room there, Professor Larry. Please, I beg you, look at it. From what I saw, people are saying that it's a rip off. And a lot of cattle in there. Lot of cattle. Like, bro, be in there for the next 100 years. Just look at it.
I won't be surprised. Let me tell you what caught my attention.
Not for any kind of standard rule.
Let me tell you what caught my attention and what we need to pay close attention to. This whole business with Ebola, right? You got to pay close attention to that because Ebola.
Thank you mentioned it.
Yeah, in countries where you had statistically, in countries where you had more than 2 people dying, Ebola always returned. We know Ebola hit the Congo back in 1976, but even before that, Ebola, or a form of Ebola, because Ebola is a hemorrhagic fever, right? It hit a part of Germany called Marburg, Germany. So the Marburg virus was there since the 60s. It's quite similar to Ebola. So how did a virus with the same kind of a strange trait?
And they said this strain is deadly. It's deadly, very deadly.
Yeah, ended up over in the Congo. But they arrested it over in Germany. It didn't recur again. But since it hit Africa, every country that had at least 2 deaths,
I don't know why
it always returned. It's inevitable, right? All of the surrounding countries to the Democratic Republic of Congo, they have been hit with Ebola. And when Ebola hit, the last time it hit, 2013, when it hit West Africa, the economy nearly collapsed. Well, it did collapse because we had an extractive sector that as soon as Ebola hit, all of those guys then checked out.
Wow.
All of the concessionaires, they all checked out. The economy collapsed. The problem now is you're in a situation where the current United States president is not going to be investing heavily in healthcare facilities in Africa, similar to what President Obama did. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Even worse than that, what he's doing, even worse than that, he's saying even U.S. citizens who comes from those countries will have to go to a facility that is setting up in Kenya before they can actually come back to the United States.
Yeah.
So people need to pay close attention. There's a lesson in here for African leaders. We need to fix our healthcare system. This whole notion that, you know how many African presidents have died in foreign hospitals?
Oh, almost all of them.
He says all of them.
From Todman died in London.
Yeah. How many Nigerian presidents did not die over in European hospitals?
So what are supposed to mean though?
Yeah, we need to fix
it. Oh, leaving the country to go out of the country to
nothing changed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing that caught my attention. And look at how can a country that produces so much
and disgrace that nurse for no reason when they know that they were monitoring 60 persons that were showing signs of Ebola.
Right.
60 persons. But then you disgracing a nurse who was just trying to do her job by telling her fellow nurses to be careful.
They need to set aside a lot more than the
They're
$4 million.
too much in the people until they can't help themselves.
Yeah. They need to set aside a lot more money. They need to invest in the healthcare system. Why? Because these type of these type of diseases, they will always be here. They will always be here. And every 3 years, I've been saying this, every 3 years, something dramatic happens.
It's kind of really bad. Why they keep going back to Africa? Like, come on now.
Because we haven't really, there's no cure for it. And in fact, people are saying, oh, it's just new. No, what happened based on the reports I've been reading is because it's such a new strain, it wasn't detected. It had been percolating around for a while, but no one detected it because it's such a new strain. What is it, like a banju, some kind of weird name it has of that strain? That's why they never discovered it. So that's a lesson right there, because when it hit on a President boycott, we don't have the healthcare system to withstand it. It's going to collapse.
We don't have it all. And the money is still not there.
And then
even if it's for 4.2 million.
Say God forbid it doesn't even, let's say it doesn't hit Liberia, but even if it were to hit the neighboring countries, Liberia will be forced to close its borders.
Yes.
And when you close the borders, the
I think
economy
they should close it now.
Yeah.
Or vigorously monitor it, you know.
The economy will collapse.
It will collapse.
Some of the polar points here, nobody there, according to what I heard. None of the polar entry points, you know, they don't have people manning those places, so people can enter at any time.
And so something you said earlier, if we keep borrowing and increasing the debt, and then you have to close the borders, where are you going to get the money from to pay some of those debt? And then if you miss your debt payment, the IMF is not going, the World Bank is not going to lend you more money if you miss your debt payment. So then you're really screwed.
See everything on the poor Liberian people, they even asking how to pay. The money was sent to our people. They see the committee one out from there now to be put there aside for.
That was the other thing that caught my attention. This nonsense about adding a tax, a levy that this group, whatever they call themselves, they're planning to do, and with the support of Dylan, that's a bad idea. I don't know. Somebody sat down with drinking Hennessy XO.
They don't want to cut down their opponents. They want to pay all poor people money.
But it makes no sense. It makes no sense. How do you think that with all of the resources you got, you think the only way to develop your country is to increase taxes on remittances that is being sent to help poor people? It's the most backward idea I ever heard of.
Care about the poor people. They don't care.
They want
their votes. That's all they care about.
And then to say that, oh, it has received its first reading on the floor, it tells you that the people over there, the legislator, they have no clue about finances, you know. And the guy who said they're pushing for this, he said, "Oh, nobody's going to steal the money." And when Robert asked him, what do you mean by that? He said, "Oh, because he's the one who's managing it." And Robert said, "Who are you?"
Now, Lofa saw the director. That Lofa man. Lofa saw the director on there.
You see,
why can't he suggest to Delon there to call the scratch card? Call the every 3 years they have to get a car. Call that one down. Call the $10,000 what they getting. Call that one down. All that money can go to what helping to develop the country. The money we send it to our people need to be used for them, not for them. To take money from them.
First of all, it's going to be challenged. You cannot take American citizens' money and send it abroad against their will to do something that they have no interest in. Liberia they want to talk about Trump did it. Trump did it to say every dime leaving this country that was against things like money laundering and all of that stuff. That was American money leaving the American economy. Now Liberia can say anything that leave this country going out, we will put money. That's fine because they have authority over that. But you can't go into another foreign country and say money from here. That's why Stanton Watterson is in trouble for money laundering, wire transfer. You cannot take people's money against their will. So I don't know. The gentleman told me he got 2 PhDs. So I call. I said, "What is it you do?" He said, "I operate
but
my."
But as a gamer, the people say they're working on the law to pass it. And they say, "Well, who's going to challenge it?"
No, we can challenge it from here. But I'm saying, this man who said he want to run this thing, I asked him, "You 2 PhD you get? Where do you work?" He said he operates his own African store. Now,
the man told me, said, "I only know about banking because I read it in a book."
Oh.
Yeah, he told me.
I thought he had PhD in banking and the book in there.
He didn't realize that. He didn't realize that some of the banking laws that passed in this country, I was there when it was being made because of things that were happening on Wall. He didn't realize that, you know, we were part of the group that led to some of the laws and some of the things that have been written in the textbook. When you've been around as long as I have been, since '84 in this system.
That guy is so serious, but I think that he gets something to serious play for that money.
But what I'm saying was, if you are...
I know that development he get it for.
First, he claimed that they had a 501c3 corporation. Then I went to find out when I checked, they have not even filed for the 501c3. They don't have it.
You're kidding me.
No, they don't have it.
But they're running now to go take our money. They're running now to go take money for our people.
These guys will end up in
take the poor
prison.
people money from them.
They
not even set themselves
They'll
up
end
there.
up in prison.
the organization is not legit. The man said on here with me that they were a 501c3 organization. When I checked them out, they are not. In fact, his last minute he sent out.
But then he's a liar. He's a liar.
The last memo he sent out to his members, somebody sent me a copy. It says that they are working, they're about to work on a plan for the 501c3 after he told me that they had it. So, because I got 3 copies of the 501c3.
My thing is, Mr. Gayman, and I said it, I said that could have been something good if the very people on the ground were setting example. Like them, they don't mean other people who are now fighting for this. Y'all show up what you can do for y'all. Cut your things down. You're living in opulence, $1.2 billion. All of y'all now increase your budget. What do poor people get there? Then you want for poor people money, they send it to them. The money cost them because we want so much develop our country. You gotta show us some seriousness. You got to show us some seriousness.
Look, I have all the documents here. The finance minister said when they asked him, now that the budget is up to 1.2 billion, how is it that we are having payroll delay and shortfalls?
Yeah.
And he said, no matter how much government make, government never has enough to run the government. I'm not a finance, but for,
can you imagine that? How is that? How is that possible? No matter how much you make, you can never have, like, really?
To run government. Then we should send our money there in the central bank and say, trust me, I'm going to be running it. Oh, listen, like I said, I respect dignity of labor. No matter what you do, it's good. But don't tell me from your African store, okay?
It's not a bad thing, though.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad thing because this is a flashback. You remember Fangon? Fangon was selling in I seen Minnesota. He was selling Myean, and he left from there. He went to Liberia. He became deputy minister. I don't know where he's at. So these guys, listen, when they say you've been burned with hot water, any water you see, you run out there. Or this man here say he got 2 PhD. He's not doing research.
That's a good point.
But then I heard you talking about the other guy or Dwalu own a business. You say you rather do what about Dwalu business?
Because Dwalu, the concept there to me is a private venture, right? You can put in your money and you can stop anytime you want. If you put in $100 and you don't know where you're going, you can withdraw. But this one is mandatory. And you know what the man said? It is perpetual, it's eternal.
Now you know what working for people money, yeah?
Yeah, right. I was just about to ask you. Listen, they knew you not learn a new word, perpetual and eternal. Eternal, do you know it's like a spiritual thing, a biblical term. Eternal, I mean for your life until you die. So I told him, I said, you know what? Just like Professor Larry Kennedy was saying, most people are now going to send their money on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's because Willie Knocker did it here. Willie Knocker would say, "Come pay your money to me, and your brother can go to Monroe and get his money there."
Yep.
Without going through the system.
We're all going through the system.
So
and then he collects a fee over here, which will be less than the fee the government will be collecting on that side. It will incentivize people to use.
People will definitely do it because these people are not ready.
This is how
using money. You're not doing anything for our poor people, for us to see. They want to take our money and talk about you doing development. What is development? Just go put it somewhere and eat it later on. Then say, oh, when you ain't get your money, you hold me responsible. Hold you responsible? If no development will hold you responsible, why would know he to hold you responsible? What was he? The doctor
trying to finance his position in Liberia. The job he can't do here, he want to go over there and say, I'm going to be managing the money.
Like uncle, he can go.
I say, how much are you going to be paid as an administrator?
Solidarity.
He said, when we get to it, when we get to it, we'll cross it. But for now, I'm doing it as a patriotic. In fact, he said, it is called the Patriot Fund.
Okay.
So I told him, I said, so if I don't participate, then I'm unpatriotic. He said, no. All Liberia, as long we have this organization, you are a member. I said, no, I never signed up. He said, the virtue that you are a Liberian, you are automatically a member. Who does stuff like that?
So, Mr. Gayman, you mentioned an important thing. So he hasn't determined how much he would get paid yet.
No.
But he's cooking up some number that he would get paid when it passes.
That's correct.
Wow.
When the money is there, then he will go. This man doesn't have a job here. So he created his own job. I mean, he's a smart man because he's not teaching at the University of Minnesota. He's not lecturing. He's not writing books.
But I said, man, get 2 PhD again. How can he get a job?
Well, his job is setting him away, and then that's good. But he has never added value.
They get money to pay for that kind of degree.
He has not added value. The value he has never added until this man tell me that he discovered new flavor of Myean. He doing nothing. He's selling the same Myean the old lady in Fatita was selling. You got to come up with a new flavor of Myean to say, my PhD research, this is what I did. This is what I... But he added no value. How you going to have 2 PhDs?
I know.
And you say you're not working.
Oh, my God.
You operate a store. Then you say, but Mr. Gayman, I'm also a lawyer. Oh.
He said he went to law school, but where is he practicing? You're not practicing.
Yeah. You got 2 PhD and you are a lawyer. So you want to wait to go to Liberia for our fund. He said the goal might be maybe 10 million, 20 million. Then we decide what we're going to do with it.
But you know, the thing that really get on my nerve, and I think Sarah kind of nailed it, is the biggest chunk of the budget is the recurrent expenditures.
Of course.
It's all these fringe benefits they're getting, their cell phone, all kind of nonsense they get.
Yeah. The people dying. Look at the people that die out of the hospital. Exactly. Hospital because they couldn't afford a hospital bill.
Yeah, and that's the nonsense. You don't want to change the recurrent expenditures. Then the second part is the country is sitting on $1 trillion worth of resources. Look at what B Mountain, we did a show over here on B Mountain. Look how much B Mountain is projecting to make.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's making $1 billion or so. And they're only giving the government about 37 million. $500 million they made, and they gave the government 37 million. When we had the guy from the Associated Press on the show, that was
getting that carton, not only that one, the small carton they getting that all they care about.
That's it. Mita Steel is making billions. Now, so let me get this straight. You're sitting on trillions.
Will grab the concert one day.
You're outsourcing. You're leasing your resources to people who are making billions and billions, and you think that the best way for you to raise money is to increase tax on remittances? That hasn't worked in the past. It's such a bad idea that I can't even believe Senator Dillon would even consider it.
Oh.
Listen, any government that wants to raise taxes but can't do it, and somebody volunteer to do it on your behalf, that's why, listen, if Dillon and these guys have sat down and they say, you know what, this thing will bring in an extra $100 million that will go in our account. Let's push it. Because as far as they are concerned, it is not them.
Mm-hmm.
It is another group that wants to do it. But they're not telling the folks that when the money is collected, it's come to come in our account.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And these men say, if they use our money, we're going to sue Joseph Boykai. Sue Joseph Boykai where?
The guy living on Fantasy Island, man. You know. But Jerome, I would give Trump and the Republicans credit for one thing. So you can stop the recording while I say this, because I don't want you to hear me say it on recording. That's why bankers don't go to prison, because we don't say anything on recording.
That's right.
Okay.
So during the debate with Hillary, when Hillary was making fun that President Trump at the time he paid less taxes than his secretary. This is what he said. It was true. People might disagree with it. He said the Democrats have rigged the tax systems in such a way that it only benefits rich people. And he took advantage of it with all of the deductions and taxes. And because he has so much money, they've been trying to audit him to get him. He said, you're the one who rigged that tax code. It's hundreds and hundreds of pages.
Banana, has he changed it?
No, but why would he change it?
He's benefiting from it.
You benefited from it. Like he said, they say you filed bankruptcy.
That is part of the problem now.
No,
they made it possible for you to start a business and file bankruptcy without it impacting you. Let me tell you something. Back in the day, the building that JP Morgan put up on 60 Wall Street when it was being built, we were all there. We used to go sit in that building as it was being built, right? And we moved into that building at 60 Wall. Deutsche Bank, the German bank, wanted to have a footprint in the United States. But Deutsche Bank didn't know how to enter the United States. So what they ended up doing was they did business with President Trump at the time with Trump, because Trump is New York, right? He's a New York guy. So they loaned Trump, I think it was maybe $300 to $400 million or so, because he was going to give them, he was building real estate in New York. So that helped Deutsche Bank get a footprint in the U.S. President Trump, the tax code. President Trump didn't pay back the money. And then when Deutsche Bank started suing him and threatening him to pay back the money, he turned around and sued them for harassment, saying they were stressing him. And Jerome, he won the case.
Yes.
How can you borrow money from somebody, not pay it, the person harass you to pay it, you say the person is stressing you, and you sue the person for stressing you for not paying the loan, and you win?
That's right.
The guy knew how to use the system. These guys in Liberia, they have rigged the system in such a way that it benefits them.
Of course.
They're not looking at the recurring expenditures to reduce all these things, because if you cut the recurring expenditure, you don't need to increase these taxes on remittances. So they're not going to do it. They are rigging the system in such a way to keep the people there poor. And then they pretend to be the light and all that other nonsense.
They pretend to be a jackal.
Yeah. The guy who at one time, he couldn't afford to fly to America was flying business class and lying about it. He dressed up in fancy suits. When some of the people then right outside the streets when he walked out of there, they ain't got a fitting meal. It tells you the system is rigged. This is the reason why I will always give Obrador, the former president of Mexico, credit, because when he became president, he immediately sold the presidential jet. He said it was costing the country too much money. He put the country before anything else.
Yep.
So yeah, when you understand the system and you use it to your advantage, I give, you have to turn the recording back on now. So
one day, Liberian people will get that visionary leader that really understand the problem.
Somebody else said one light. Who said that?
Jen.
Jen said one light.
Let's see. Look. If you are waiting for that leader,
I'll be right back.
Yeah, you are waiting for that.
The guy when he imagine when the Lord was running, you imagine, you see the way the kind of energy the guy had while he was talking about the light. That horse that will put light inside. I used to be telling the people that horse that will put light inside. He going there now and then I get darker.
That's right. But the man said, why the citizens? If you guys are saying you are the party of the people, why you're building all these fences around your building? You're building fences around you're afraid of the people. The CDC fence was 6 foot. Here's a 10.
Thank you.
10 feet. You can't, in like a castle, you can't see. The man say, listen, my life, he says, I need security. Everybody knows that. And I'm saying to myself, wow, Johnny, that your senator, we're talking about senator. The senator said, why?
Johnny said,
if the CDC is the People's Party, people's government, why are they building fences? Are they afraid of the people? And now the people that use it to even drive around Dylan, to even drive around the area, you gotta get permit. You gotta get permit to drive around his block.
Wow.
Johnny, welcome back to the show, man.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Sorry, man. I keep having internet fluctuation. But anyway.
That's Starlink?
No,
I don't have Starlink.
Everybody told me your weather is bad today, this whole week.
Yeah.
No, but weather should not have impact on the internet. I think it's just my phone or something as well. But I think follow you and Sarah, along with Brother Larry, talking about the issue concerning recurrent expenditure and all the kind of things in relation to the diaspora law. I think I heard Mr. Gayman saying we oppose it, but it's just hard to talk about it because in the sense that the one thing I know may happen if the law gets to be passed, and those of you in the U.S. who don't have interest in the law will not send money to Liberia through the regular means that will give the money. So I think the sponsor to the bill, the original, crapper the bill, Dr. Jackson, I thought he would have more discussion with y'all in the diaspora to make input and draw up, and I think that law need to have some safeguards, some safety nets. It can't be open to, making a law so that everyone who send money to Liberia will pay 1 cent, or $1, whatever. I think, because right now, there's a lot of people from the diaspora too, from another perspective, they are having different opinion, different, thought about it. So, like, I would think that to make that law to stand, let the law also have some restriction on the legislators or the government in terms of, how they form the budget. Because you cannot form a budget that carry 85 to 90% on recurrent expenditure. Then you're telling people that are working for that money earnestly to pay $1 to support what government should be doing. I mean, if the government was showing some level of seriousness, let's say, for example,
thank you,
20% on recurrent expenditure, 80% on the people who say, yeah, this is a good idea. It will help to fast track the agenda of the country to move forward. But you got 80%, 80+%. Last budget year, I mean, like every budget year, as we raise more revenue, we increase the budget of the legislature. Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? Are they doing extra work every year? They see what they're doing. Why are we paying them every time we're increasing the salary like that? People are public servant. And look, I was doing some background check yesterday. Today I didn't go out. I was online doing some review and other things just around us here. In Cote d'Ivoire, the net salary of a parliament member is $250 something US. Monthly in Sierra Leone is between $1,000 to $2,000 US monthly income. In Sierra Leone, they give each parliamentary member $25,000 for vehicle for a term. And in Sierra Leone, the term is 5 years. Here in Liberia, our term is 6 years, and we're giving each person $45,000 US for vehicle. They were giving them money for scratch car, for lubricant, for all kinds of things. So then here the salary for one legislator is somewhere between $7,000 to $8,000 for one representative or a senator, and then we're around there. Just between look at Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire has a bigger economy than us. They are paying member of parliament $2,000 plus, less than $3,000. And if you combine all their benefits of people from Cote d'Ivoire, their member of parliament, it doesn't pass $5,000. So in any case, even if you bring all the benefit together in Cote d'Ivoire for a member of parliament, their amount go to $5,000. They still by far less than how much we pay people in Liberia as being representative or senator. So I thought that these brothers and sisters of ours who have gone to the House, the 73 lawmakers and the 30 senators, will be conscious enough to say, look, our people need water to drink, our people need energy. Look at what people doing in Liberia, in our school in Oro. You think if the government were doing things seriously, what people doing, it will be that much difficult for them?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I just seen on the show today when you were on the show that they got him for the water can count after 3 weeks. But meanwhile, more early on Facebook, they're talking, we got, I don't know how many percent of people got water.
78%. But listen, Sarah, another problem that can worry me in Liberia is we have no difficulty in running water in Liberia. The problem is, if you go to Sierra Leone next door, Sierra Leone City Freetown is full of hills. How is the Freetown government or Sierra Leone government working to run water through those hills and things to supply water when we have flat land from Port River to Rawafi Highway is flat. From Kehleboe to the Atlantic Ocean is flat. All the land we got is flat there. no difficulty in.
They didn't want to do anything. They just get people.
Why are we still having a problem? Why we're giving water to people in the country water? Then now we have enough borehole machines all around here.
Oh, they making
drill machines. Why we can't hire you guys to see how? Why they can't develop new idea?
They don't want to.
No innovation.
They know it all. They don't
No innovation. No innovation. So I think
get the experts involved.
for that law to pass, for the law to pass and be beneficial to the people, we have to first look at how we should streamline the national budget. I would say let's turn it around. Spend 80% on the people, 20% on the government. Then we know we're serious to do something.
Yeah, they don't want to make the sacrifice to go up to make the sacrifice.
Listen, Mama, what is sacrifice in Liberia if you make $2,000 US? Is enough for you?
Okay.
It's not in Liberia. $2,000
Continue.
Yeah, and so the few of them get them. Now, other thing doing, none of their home goes with our water, with our current, and none of their child will get sick and don't go to hospital immediately. You know what I'm saying? But then the majority of people in the country that should be benefiting from the country's natural resources and the country's wealth are struggling to even access water to drink.
They want to clean our people. They will say our money.
So I think landlords should be they should have component. I was also talking about the formation of the budget. But if you open it, I'll be happy to sign it. They'll be happy. It got no harm on them. They were passing like 5G and internet something. They were passing because for them they will benefit. Because and the question we keep asking is how will this money be protected if it's collected?
He can't explain it.
No, he's saying that we should trust him, but it's not about you.
Oh no, man!
Listen, in America, they say trust or verify. There is nothing in Liberian history that will let us know. Hold on 1 minute.
Nobody going to trust you on that one. Happy. We're not depending on trust here. You gotta put a safety net. Trust.
Mr. Connor is on the line. Go ahead.
Thank you, my brother. Good evening to you.
Johnny Mute.
And my dear brother Johnny. This is a fascinating topic. I just got on not long ago hearing you guys talking about it. But the issue about Dylan's proposal is very, very deceptive, and it's just geared toward raising more revenue for them to continue to live the lavish life they are living. And here's my take. Take for instance, like there was a time that they contemplated on road construction, and they put a little bit of money, I think 25 cents, on the gas tax for I call it a road fund, right?
Yes.
And that's how they started generating money for that road activity. And somebody was there, if I'm managing that particular resources, I road fund committee. That's one. Two, you talking about diasporas to be sending. By the way, my brother, I think in 2025, diasporas remitted over $500 million in Liberia's revenue.
Yeah.
Now, you have these people. Look at the budget. Today, I was so disappointed when I saw a report that all the major referral hospitals, public major referral hospitals in Liberia, the money allocated for them, none of the hospital budget exceed $200,000.
Nope. Sarah purchased it. I mean, she published it today. We saw it.
Yeah, go back and look at it. But mind you, you have a government. All of the reason why I see President Barga keep calling this meeting, there are $500,000 allocated for each of the meeting. They go and just share about themselves and walk away. There is no impact on the lives of the people. Those are the budgetary things that needs to be addressed first. You have a lot of resources allocated for the basic necessity of the people. But you're not doing that. You come on and get through us something. Do you know when you're talking about here, collecting $1 on each remittance in Liberia? Look, my brother, recently I was looking at my SimWave account. You don't want to know how much money people are saving in our country. So the insincerity of it is just whatever the guys will do to generate money, to continue to support that lavish lifestyle, they will continue to do that. What business have you to every 3 years? You in America are Jerome Gayman. You know how much it's hard for even a 2 master degree holder here to get 6-figure salaries in this country. You pay for your car here for 5 years, even talk about owning it personally. Before they get pay you a tax, they tag you on it. But you got guys in Liberia, you buying it, every 3 years you buying it for a $5,000 car, and somebody telling you will be sending your car to them. I got a serious problem with that, and it's very, very deceptive. More besides, Dylan was one of those that was very adamant when it came to this dual citizenship thing in Liberia. You don't want to support it, but you want to ask for money. So I got a problem with that. Yes, the intention might be good, and eventually it is properly coordinated and allocated, not in the cost of government, bureaucracy, but rather geared towards the basic necessity. There should be a kind of a legacy thing that said this money will be collected and geared toward maybe the health sector. You got hospital people dying at the front of the hospital.
Yeah, yes.
You see that people that live in lavish lives. And they want you to be here to be collecting your money. You're
spending it to them so they can live in opulence. The money they make is not enough already.
Opulent life, and then continue to allocate it to a journey. So for me, I got a serious problem with that. And everywhere many Liberians should get a problem with it. Why is it done this way, my dear brother Joe? So is that a question of somebody saying it? They're not saying it because, look, come on, man. Let me not take up all of the time, man. I just wanted to point out those things, man. It's very deceptive in my opinion. And just the budgetary allocation.
Oh, I know the
health sector is major in our place. The reason why the life expectancy is so low in our country is because of this kind of situation. Look at the budgetary allocation, brother. You can't even afford to get $200,000. You talking about $150,000 to a hospital? That's just the salary of the people. Forget about all the other incentives. It's less than the salary of the people, in fact. Thanks for the time, my brother.
Okay. Well, this is what we are talking about, Johnny. And it was saying we try it for the next 3 years. But they are saying perpetual, whether it is good or not, it will be there for life. This is why some of us are pushing against this. Johnny gave us a way to say if it doesn't work for the first 1 or 2 years, we will scrap it. But this thing, it looks like Dara Dillon and he guys know we are going to have another $100 million without raising taxes, without giving off black eye. They will take it. Sarah, your party come and let close and go have some great time for Friday, man.
Yeah, man.
Friday.
Great show, Mr. Gayman, and thank you so much. I don't know, for some reason our men can respond to our dream of having our reunion. I don't know how far that gone. Nobody saying anything, but anyways, that is there. But great show. I want to say thank you to the folks that were on earlier about the school. Mm-hmm. You know, every child needs to be educated in our country, even though the foundation was not good. But hey, what can we say now? We are where we are, and we have to do what we can do. So, hats up to them, kudos to them, and hopefully I will try to see if I can sponsor 1 or 2 students.
Yeah,
nice. That's my own contribution. Everybody can't be on the same level, but we can try to do what we can do.
Every bit helps.
Yeah.
Monday I will be off on Monday. We are planning for our for the coming election. Your Democrat, you want to steal the Congress away from us. We're gonna make sure you ain't do it.
So you coming on the show?
No, we doing our candidate. We got several candidates that we have done background check. There are a lot of people. For some reason, they all want to register as Republicans. So we said no. You know, we gotta find out where they're coming from. Some of them we check. Some of them coming from other places. So tomorrow, tomorrow we are going to vet most of the folks and come up with our final candidate. So we can't lose. We will never lose the Senate and will not lose the House. So
be dreaming. Just be dreaming.
Okay, you say that.
The wildest dream.
Today we're looking at the polling, right?
Yeah, we'll be flock face down.
We were looking at the polling. Look at the Democratic Party. Their approval rating is 30%.
In Florida?
the Republican Party, our approval rating is 43%. So we both of us are in the red, but you guys are even deeper, 30%. Gee.
You mean in Florida?
No, in the nation.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
You check it out. Check it out. So we'll see you. I will see you Tuesday.
Maybe your own Fox News approval.
Man, you go in and check it out, man. Stop talking.
Approval ready. Bye. Good night. Have a good night, guys.
Atro Fatra, I know on a cover. Thank you, guys.